person who actually directed me to this video, rosexrp.it at ROS2000NI on Twitter. She tagged me in a tweet that said, "Okay, now attention, please get a lesson from the elite, gematria numerology." And here's a video from basically Lagarde. She did a speech at the National Press Club, National Press Club in January of 2014, and it kind of showcases basically her, educating a little bit, educating the National Press Club, the audience, on how to use numerology and how to do it. And also, what I think, and I'll show you a direct case of how she uses Jewish gematria to code, guys. And I'm going to show you the case here. Okay, now let me show you this real quick. Now, one of my viewers left me a comment in a video, a past video, and this makes a lot of sense. XRP 1%er told me the Jewish secret code numerical system gematria is a special language the elites use, and most of them are Jews. So the bankers, the Rothschilds and the Warburgs, Goldman Sachs, etc., any of the major banks and the creators, top leaders of Ripple, the Federal Reserves are run by Jews. Christine Lagarde is a Jew. David Schwartz is a Jew, etc. They communicate through this numerical system along with the symbol, so the sheep do not know what's going on, and it makes a lot of sense. Now, Christine Lagarde, just a little background. If you don't know who she is, she was the Minister of Commerce. She was the Minister of Agriculture in France, the Minister of Economy and Finance and Industry in France. She was the Managing Director of the International Monetary Fund. That's where most of you guys know her from. And just recently, she assumed presidency of the European Central Bank, which is huge, all right? And we, obviously we know her, and we all adore her because she's friendly with Brad Garlinghouse of XRP, of Ripple, XRP. And just recently, Forbes ranked her number 3 on its world's 100 most powerful women list, okay? Now, we've also just seen her recently wearing a triskelion, all right? We've also seen her parading Brad Garlinghouse on her arm a lot lately at meetings and stuff. Now, we've seen her wearing a triskelion, which, we can, maybe compare to the Ripple logo. Some people think it looks like the Ripple logo. Some people also think it might be some kind of symbolic thing. I don't know. But let me show you the video.
Thank you so much. I was unfold, and I thought I had to stand up at the time when my immediate predecessor would sit down, and clearly I failed. Good afternoon, and thank you very much for having me with you. I would like to thank the National Press Club, and especially President Angela King for inviting me to this serious venue, essentially presenting the outline of what we're talking about now. So basically, we had together, which we want. Let me first of all begin by...
Now, real quick, I want to let you know ahead of time, this is before any of these cryptocurrencies blew up. She tells us about 3 different cryptocurrencies here in this small clip, all right? She was telling her people, all right, the elite, through code, these were going to be big, all right? I don't know what she said ahead of time, but she said, listen for these words, listen for these codes. I'm going to tell you something like that. I don't know.
You all here, because it's still time to do something that we are just halfway through between the Western year and the lunar year, which will
You're just talking about Lunar New Year's.
I think it's also appropriate to wish ourselves a Happy New Year, given what I would like to talk to you about, just to do with the global economy and what the future is in 2014. Something to test to numerology skills by asking you to think about the magic 7. Okay? Most of you will know that 7 is quite a number in all sorts of themes, religions, and I'm sure that you can progress numbers as well. If you think about 2014, all right, I'm just giving you 2014, drop the 0, 14, times 7. That's just by way of example. We're going to carry on. So, if we think about 2014, all right, I'm just giving you 2014, we drop the 0, 14, 2 times 7. That's just by way of example. We're going to carry on. So 2014 will be a milestone and hopefully a magic year in many respects. It will mark the 100th anniversary of the First World War back in 1914. It will mark the 70th anniversary of the Bretton Woods Conference that actually gave birth to the IMF. And it will be the 25th anniversary of the fall of the Berlin Wall, 25th.
Okay, now pay attention here. Now just wait. Now you gotta look for pauses, body language. Listen.
The 7th anniversary of the financial market jitters that quickly turned into the greatest global economic calamity since.
Okay, you saw how she paused a little bit before, and now look, listen. Trump does this a whole lot. All right, he does this a whole lot. Now, but we're gonna focus here on Lagarde. Now, the elite code to each other this way, and what she said here, she made a pause, and it was very abrupt. You could tell she kind of wanted to accentuate this word, calamity. Now, what happens when you type in calamity into a Jewish or English gematria calculator? What do you get? Lumens, which some people think is going to be the new world currency, right? Stellar lumens, right? Now, what happened? This was in 2014 when she made this speech, okay? January 15th, 2014. What happened with stellar lumens? Stellar lumens, okay? It started off being 0.002 cents when she made that speech, all right? Its all-time high was 0.75 cents, a little higher, right? And it looks like it's gonna go higher than that. But I believe that was the beginning. That was one of the currencies that I believe that the globalist elite are planning to use as part of our cashless future. Let's go on.
crisis still lingers. Yet, optimism is in the air. We've left the deep freeze behind us.
Deep freeze. Now, did you hear this? That's kind of a weird phrase, all right? She said, optimism is in the air. We've left a deep freeze behind us. And she kind of she accented that phrase. Now, when you type in deep freeze, you get Ethereum. Okay? What happened with Ethereum? We all know what happened with Ethereum. We all know what happened with Ethereum. It started, I think it was lower than this, but it started, as far as I can tell, it started in 2015 at $1, and then it went up to $1,300. So that's 1,000x right there. Okay. Now it came back down, but it definitely seems like it's going to be used as part of the infrastructure of the fintech world. Okay. Now the next one.
And the horizon looks just a bit brighter. So my hope and my wish for 2014 is that after those 7 miserable years, weak and fragile, we have 7
fragile.
Years.
Fragile XRP. Okay. Now we know what happened with XRP in 2017. We saw 80,000% gains in that one. Started off at 0.002 cents, and it went up to, well, that's stellar. Hold on. .02, but you guys know the story. All right. So I believe she was coding to someone or all of them or the elite. I don't know who it was. She was coding. That's what they do. And that's a clear case right there. All right, guys. Just wanted to show you guys that. If you enjoy my content, give me a thumbs up.
All right. So very good evening to everybody. Just taking some time, kind of some deep research we do on this crypto space. And of course, we've always said, don't do without having even a little of Ethereum and at least Ripple, and even if you have finished trading and you make a little profit, try as much as possible to keep little fractions of Ethereum, Ripple, and so many coins we've mentioned before. All right, and so very quickly, of course, we all know we have a target for ourselves, because if we don't set a target for ourselves going forward in this space, we might just be winding and not really getting the direct answer that we ought to get. Permit me to let you know something that, please, if you've been approaching this space, with just a laxity of, okay, I just want to make money. I had they're making money in cryptocurrency. I just want to make money no matter what is happening. So let me just invest in something and make some money.
We're not gonna have time.
Don't do that. Try as much as possible to learn the basics, and we fully encourage everybody to be a good researcher, though will be guiding us through to be doing some research by ourselves and learning how to handle certain, what I call it, disappointment, and the space, what it holds for us. Of course, many of us have started, and many of us about to start. Many of us are already in the space, but we've not started. The fact that you are in the space does not necessarily mean you've started. That's the truth. But what it means is that, fine, you are already on the training, and by and large, you can make a whole lot of things. and make a whole lot of difference in this space. Okay, so we said the project we have, first of all, we say 2 years to financial freedom via digital asset accumulation. And secondly, we highlight uh, a kind of sub-plans, to achieving those goal or dream, as the case may be. Those we said uh, 10 to 100 Bitcoin in 12 calendar months. That is 1 year, 10 to 100 Bitcoin. Well, my goal is even above 100 Bitcoin. But if we achieve 100 Bitcoin as a reserve coin at the end of 12 calendar months, that's kudos. But nobody should do anything less than 10 Bitcoin. Now, we have said the strategy. Must I then focus on Bitcoin? The answer is no. And that's why we always want to over and over is showing us, ways and mediums, opportunity around that we can use to, attain those goals. But nevertheless, there are issues, there are challenges that we, of course, may encounter, and that may, at a point in time, if we don't sit down to manage those situations, could mar our, movement towards achieving those goals. But I want to let us know that those are part of the kind of distractions, but we have to set our eye focus on, our goal, of course. And what I will say again is we've always been talking about personal trading as the number one key thing. But of course, personal trading seems to be very difficult, especially when we are still trying for mastery, the skills to making decision. Because personal trading, it's all about making decision. How profitable a coin will be for you, it's all, solely dependent on how your decision about it and your decision, influence your patience to be disciplined enough to hold on, for a coin until it gives you, expected percentage. Maybe we should take this again because I really need us to have more boost of, training and understanding, on our business and going forward in doing what we are doing. So I think let me just share this guy with us. If you are not this guy friend on the social media or whatever, try and make him your friend and pronounce this guy. Let's listen to what he has to.
I usually do a lot of Bitcoin conferences, so I'm not quite used to seeing so many suits. Woo! Thank you so much for coming today. The title of my talk is Misdirection. Thoughts on the future of programmable money is just the generic title I give for every talk I give, and then I change it just before I get up on stage because this is all improv, folks. I'm going to be talking about universal basic finance. That's the topic of my talk today. We're at the moment at a crossroads where we're having a great debate about the future of cryptocurrency, about the future of finance. And a lot of people are expressing some very strong opinions, myself included. The backdrop to all of this is all of the people who aren't in this room, who will never be in a room like this. In 2013, I visited for the first time the beautiful country of Argentina, and I did a talk in Buenos Aires, and it completely changed the direction and trajectory of my involvement in Bitcoin and open blockchains. For the first time, I didn't need to explain why. Why Bitcoin? Why open blockchains? Why freedom of finance? Everybody there was interested in one and only one question: how? How do I do it right now? Because the why is obvious. It's obvious to people from Argentina. Someone came to me at the conference and said, "You've inspired me today. I was terrified to come to this conference. I was afraid of what might happen if our government changes again. My grandparents were kidnapped by the previous regime. We didn't see them for months. We thought they'd thrown them out of an airplane." Think about that for a second. We talk about financial inclusion. We talk about the banked and the unbanked, and we have no clue in our position of privilege what this means. It shook me to the core. And I've had conversations like that every year since I started working in this space. People who come to me and say, "I hear you," because that's my story too. What does it mean to be unbanked? The World Bank defines unbanked as the 2.5 billion people who have absolutely no access to financial services and live in cash-based societies. Conveniently, they only count heads of household, meaning the spouses and children are unimportant in this calculation. Only the primary earners matter. And yet we know that in the vast majority of the world, finance is controlled by women. They're not counted as the head of household. To be unbanked is not to simply have only access to a cash-based society. To be unbanked is to lack connectivity to the world. It's to lack the ability to participate in trade and commerce, to be able to get a job that connects you with other people who want your services around the world, to build a future for your children. It is to be condemned to poverty. And when we look at that, what do we think? They don't have money, that's why they're unbanked. Wrong. Absolutely wrong. They don't have access. They don't have documentation. They don't have the necessary literacy to fill in an application form. And sometimes they don't have the clothes or the shoes or the appearance to even be able to enter a bank without getting kicked out by the security guard. That's what it means to be unbanked. And what does that do? It creates enormous poverty around the world, just so we can persist in this petty bourgeois idea that as long as we have every participant in every transaction prove their identity, and we can track and control every transaction through this totalitarian surveillance system, we will end crime. And in order to believe in that false idea of safety through totalitarian control, we condemn billions of people to poverty. Billions of people, not 2.5 billion. Many, many more. We talk about financial inclusion from the perspective of the rich and privileged world we live in, the world I live in. As an American citizen, I have access not only to open a bank account, but also to trade in multiple currencies without restrictions, access to unlimited investment opportunities all around the world, access to capital, liquidity, and credit, the stability of a currency that doesn't destroy itself overnight, taking my entire savings with it, and hopefully most of the time, access to institutions that are not actively stealing my money, or governments that are not actively destroying the currency in order to pay off their debt through shadow inflation, hyperinflation, and then finally financial collapse. How many people have that? Everyone in this room, probably. But if you count all of the people around the world who have access to that kind of financial service, it's maybe 1.5 billion. And that's why, after 2013, I started saying strongly and loudly, this is about the other 6 billion. That's what financial inclusion means. Our regulatory system is actively excluding people from access to finance. We have finally reached a point where access to the most basic financial services has become a privilege that the average person has to exercise this dance of proving themselves worthy in front of a banker, of filling in reams of paperwork and application forms in order to be granted the privilege of financial services. And we even turn around and condemn cash, the ultimate peer-to-peer, anonymous, fungible mechanism that for millennia has provided financial services to everyone, basic financial services. And cash has one fatal flaw, and it's not that it's anonymous, that it's its greatest feature. And it's not that it's used by criminals. Criminals get a banking license and defraud people by the millions. Its greatest feature is that it is available to everyone without vetting. Its greatest feature is that it is an open, transparent, neutral, verifiable, peer-to-peer transactional system. And its greatest weakness is that it is constrained by geography and locality. It doesn't have range and scale. And now we have a new form of digital cash, which is also open, and it's also neutral and verifiable, unforgeable, transportable. But this one is borderless. It's censorship resistant. It can be used even when your government doesn't want you to use it. It can be used without privilege, without identity. And it can be used everywhere in the world by whoever wants to use it by simply downloading the software and running it on whatever computing device they can afford. That is the real revolution here. And while we're having a little privileged discussions about should we regulate crypto, how much should we regulate crypto, who should regulate crypto, fuck that. Crypto is about providing universal basic finance to whoever needs it everywhere in the world, whether we like it or not. And what will people do with universal basic finance? What they've done for millennia with access to cash. They will build a future for their children. We are paralyzed by the fear of a few bad actors, blinded by the fact that the worst actors are the ones who act with state privilege and endorsement, with the intelligence agencies hand in hand, inside the surveillance capitalism mechanism to fund dictators and drug lords all around the world with our tax money to the tune of trillions. The real terrorism, the real drug financing doesn't happen in cash. It happens in millions of barrels of oil and billions of pallets of dollars transmitted through wire transfers by the banks who get caught again and again and again and again. And they pay a fine that is a fraction, not only of the criminal behavior that they profited from, but of the tens of thousands of deaths they've directly contributed to. And not a single person goes to jail. And at the same time, some people have the audacity to say that we need to end cash in order to stop crime. How magnificently self-righteous. In the United States, 18% of the population does not have access to banking services. That's 60 million people. I recited this fact at a banking conference, and one lady in the back raised her hand and said, "Why should we give illegals bank accounts?" That's a chilling statement to make. Let me translate it to you in words that will make more of an impact. Those people don't deserve the privilege of financial inclusion. Those people. When your neighbor says, those people don't belong in our neighborhood, it freaks you out because you suddenly realize you're living next to a bigot. But when a banking regulator says, why should we give illegals a bank account? I calmly responded, you shouldn't. We will. At the last conference I attended, after I gave a speech decrying the lack of security and financial inclusion, a young man came to me and said, this really spoke to my personal story. Young man in his 20s has been living in Western and developed countries for the past 15 years, has not been able to open a bank account in 15 years. Every time I write my name and place of birth in the application, the process is already ended. I was born in Iran. I didn't choose that. I didn't do anything. I pay my taxes. I have a job. All I want is to deposit my paycheck in a bank account so I can buy groceries. For 15 years, I've been unable to do that. That is the face of the unbanked. There are people walking the streets around you in this city of privilege, in the independent district of the city of London, bought and paid for by banking corporations, in this little enclave that is the Vatican of capitalism, a city within a city. People walking around you, invisible people, your janitors, your service professionals, the people making you a sandwich who don't have a bank account, who take their paycheck in cash and they go to various places in order to ask for payday loans. Maybe they take a check or other form of payment they can't deposit, and they get charged 10 or 15% or 30% to send money home to their loved ones so they can support a basic life of subsistence. That's the unbanked. They're right here in this city. Don't imagine the great masses of Africa. Of course, they're unbanked, or Southeast Asia, or South America, right here, your neighbors. And they have been made to live in that position just so we can continue this illusion that safety comes from totalitarian surveillance. This very conference is being sponsored by a company that is spreading around millions of dollars in marketing that does surveillance, that is actually promoting and advancing the state of the art. You all have their name on your badge. Look down and check it out. A company that builds state-of-the-art surveillance and then shares and sells that data to companies that further progress that data to intelligence agencies. And this lovely form of trickle-down surveillance eventually reaches some regime that likes to cut up journalists with hacksaws. Don't fool yourself. There is no ability to separate your position within a company like that from the moral implications of your actions. And I say to you, if you're hiring people and you see names like that on the resume, just like if I was hiring people and I saw General Dynamics, Raytheon, Lockheed Martin, or any of the companies in our space that are promoting and actively pursuing surveillance technology to sell it to the highest bidder, they have declared moral bankruptcy. If you declare moral bankruptcy, you should have 7 years of trying to find a job and being interrogated about your ethics. Just like one of the poor people whose life has been stuck in a box of poverty will have to spend 7 years trying to prove to a banker that they have the level of privilege to get banking. We have to make some deep moral choices at the moment. We stand at a crossroads because right now, the world governments are trying to abolish cash. They're trying to abolish the very last lifeline that remains for the billions of people who have a life of poverty, not because they don't work, they work harder than all of us. Not because they don't deserve, but simply because of where they were born, or what documentation they have, or what level of literacy they have, or even how they look. In Saudi Arabia, women are not allowed to own property and bank accounts. And this is the case in half a dozen countries around the world. And we look at that and say, shame on them, that's immoral, that's disgusting. And then we turn around and we do the same thing to immigrants in this country and my country. I'm half British, half American. I have to apologize to 194 countries around the world the moment I arrive. And I know in my heart that every time I pay taxes, I'm killing thousands of people by proxy. I still pay because I'm also helping people who are in welfare, people who need help. But most importantly, when we make these moral choices, we have to understand surveillance never stopped crime. Surveillance is the license given to the people who are on the top of that to control our lives. They will commit crimes. They will commit the worst of crimes, what I call mega crimes. And I know Britain doesn't use the metric system, so mega is the prefix we use for millions. A mega crime is one where, for example, you foreclose on 1 million homeowners and don't go to jail. That's a mega crime. We're doing surveillance and analytics to catch a petty drug dealer who's selling pot for Bitcoin. Who's doing surveillance and analytics on Lockheed Martin? Who's doing surveillance and analytics on the money laundering banks? Nobody. Do you know why? None of them ever go to jail. The regulators are completely captured, and the very system of controlling finance from above by having levers of power over the lives of millions of people, billions of people, of having the audacity to cut off entire countries and say, well, they're under sanctions. They're not privileged enough. They're not people enough to gain financial services. Guess who that attracts? If you build levers of power like that, the very worst sociopaths in our society are attracted like flies to shit to grab hold of those levers of power and destroy all of your freedoms as quickly as they can. We are building societies in which one bad election is the last election. And if you don't believe me, look at what's happened in Turkey, what's happened in Russia, what's happened in Venezuela, what happens every day to billions of people around the world. Let me end on a positive note, because you're probably a bit freaked out by all of this. You should be. This is serious stuff. Open, borderless, public, transparent, neutral, censorship resistant, strictly private cryptocurrencies exist. They will not be regulated. They cannot be regulated, not by committees, because they're regulated by mathematics. They're regulated by algorithms. They provide certainty of transaction. They provide programmable customer protection. They provide reputation management. They provide access without identity. They give billions of people, eventually, not just a bank account in their pocket, but a bank in their pocket. They democratize the function of banking and turn it into an app that everyone can access without vetting, because they've already pre-vetted. They have agreed to download the software that follows the rules of consensus, and that is the only vetting required in these systems. But we shouldn't allow that. We did. But we can't have people make anonymous transactions. They will. But we must regulate this, You can't. And you won't. Because 6 billion people need this. And you have neither the moral authority, nor more importantly, the practical capability to stand in their way, or even to stand in the way of what is going to be the greatest revolution in financial services in 3 centuries, universal access to basic finance. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, thank you, everybody. I think it's just to cheer us up to know that you don't come to this space and just be playing around this space, and you don't just don't do trial by error in this space. It's a very big space, and the better you have understanding of what you are doing for time, the more fantastic you have a headway, in what you are doing. And I've met a lot of people who always want to take us back to the foundation and practicals, and dismanifying, fact and figures about cryptocurrencies and then digital assets is for us to be able to defend our decision against our mind. I'm not talking about people now, so that when you make certain decision and you so be certain that, okay, this is what you have done, you actually know, you are aware, the reality about what you have done. All right. So, of course, I like some of us who were in the office yesterday or from on Thursday in Port Harcourt, on Thursday, uh, Friday, and Saturday, and we still re-emphasize on the project we have at hand, and we tell everybody you should try as much as possible, and to highlight your own, you highlight everything. Okay, you can highlight everything and then take a start from where you know you have capacity to get started. But no matter where you want to get started, it is compulsory for anyone in the community, of our group. It's a compulsory thing, it's a mandatory thing, it's a compelling stuff for you to make sure you're doing trading. And of course, we've said this. I'm going to log in now. I'm going to log in to platform. We've said this time without number that if you are not trading and you are in this community, you are absolutely wrong. And I will say it over and again that if you are in this community and you are not trading, you are absolutely wrong. And I mean it again and again. You are very, very wrong. All right. Why? Because this is the space where you find it might not be, too juicy, especially when you get starting, but it's so, so important because it allows you to control your fund. It allows you to decide what you wanted. It allows you to move your fund at your pace. It allows you to discover, what can work for you, subsequently. All right. And fine, it can be boring. Agreed. It can be very boring. That's the truth. It can be very boring trying to trade, but it's the things that we must work on because a lot of things are going to be happening going forward, while we are moving in this project, and that's why we emphasize and we still say it over and again that you make sure you're doing your personal trading. You make sure you are doing your personal trading. Okay, so let me just share a page right now. In the space. Let's go here. Go here. All right. Okay. Data. No, these guys. Wow, wow, wow. Vet, okay. Vet, EOS, okay. Let's go here. Okay, Ethereum, BNB, it's not going anywhere. XRP, Vet, okay. I'm just trying to pick up something. Wow, I'm just closing. This guy is just struggling. Okay, now very quickly, everyone have said, please, yesterday we made mention of some wallet that everyone should try as much as possible to download. Everyone should try as much as possible to download. We made mention of Coinomi wallet. We made mention of Trust wallet. All right, we made mention of Coinomi wallet, Trust wallet. Okay, and we made mention of IM token wallet. Okay, let me show us. If you've not downloaded your own wallet of this wallet, it's so important that you go look for a way of downloading this wallet. So go to your Play Store and type Coinomi. Okay, Coinomi. All right, Coinomi wallet. Okay, I think the first option. So Coinomi wallet is the first option. Try and download Coinomi wallet, right? So you see this is the logo. This is Coinomi wallet. So if you do not have Coinomi wallet, please try and download Coinomi wallet. You can have it on your mobile. Okay, Coinomi wallet, try and have it on your mobile. Yeah, the next wallet is IM token wallet. Okay, try and download IM token wallet. Why we're trying to introduce us to so many types of wallets, they are independent wallets and they are decentralized. And so because some of your coins you are going to be keeping on, you're going to be buying for holding, they are meant to be on your external wallet. So don't keep any coin that's going to keep for the next 4 or 5 months. Do not leave it on the, okay, this is IM token wallet. You can see the logo, IM token wallet. So you can install IM token wallet on your mobile. All right, you can install IM token wallet on your mobile. And the third one to open is Trust wallet. Okay, Trust wallet. Try and download Trust wallet. So try as much as possible. And please, when you are downloading this wallet, make sure you have, your journal or your diary that you're using for your, crypto portfolios. So try as much because you are going to write out the backup phrase of each of them, and don't make that mistake of not having them written down. Okay, so write them to back them up. The essence of backing them up, because if you have problem with your device, then you can still use your recovery phrase to restore your wallet. Okay, then the next one is Trust Wallet. Of course, Trust Wallet, of course, have been bought up by Binance. Binance is a very, this guy is too smart. Okay, this is Trust Wallet. Give me tab trader. Right, this is Trust Wallet. You can see the logo. Yeah, I have all of them on my device, and yours, when you search for it, it's going to pop up to install if you do not have, and then just follow the instruction and open your Trust wallet. All right. So once you open your Trust Wallet, then first stage, first batch of activities is actually achieved, because there are going to be a lot of hacking and exchange platform disappointing us entering next year. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of disappointment from exchange platform, going forward in next year. And so we want everybody to have their independent wallet. Okay. So if you do not have your independent wallet, please, all these things will show you to go download, try as much as possible to get them downloaded. Please, I am still begging, try as much as possible to get all this wallet downloaded. Okay? And why that? Because once you have any fund that's going to stay for a long time, once you have any fund that's going to stay for a long time, just keep it in your external wallet. All right? One of the good things on Coinomi wallet, for instance, is that you have ability to convert at least reasonable number of coins, all right, back to Bitcoin, or some of them back to Ethereum. So once you have Coinomi wallet, so if the price of the coin has gone up and then you actually have emergency need and you needed to extract some money, then you can just go ahead and get it converted. You have, that's what we call additional services in some of the wallet. Some of us have attended training before. We showed us this. Cryptopia. Okay, let me go here. All right, let's go here. We showed us this on Cryptopia. Oh, not Cryptopia. Crypto compare. Okay. We showed us all this in Crypto compare. All right. How you can check a wallet, and some of the wallet we actually mentioned. I have Engine wallet, but please don't open so much wallet, and about at least the stock ones. And you can, if you go to tools here, go to tools and then click on wallet. So you have hard wallet, and the recommendations or previous experiences and issues people had with some of those wallets, and then you go to, all right, other wallet, 224 different wallets. So can see Huobi wallet, again, I have Magnum wallet. It's a Magnum wallet. It's very, nominity is very high and then easy to use. I have extra services you can convert, right? The Coinomi wallet is a very powerful wallet. I have this, I have Coinomi wallet, and I have Dodged free wallet. So I have Engine wallet. Okay, I have Engine wallet, and coin payment. Yeah, I have it as a web wallet. Okay, you can see I am token. All right, I am token wallet. Then you can. So other wallets, you can see this Trust wallet. It's very high, they're easy to use, and have extra services. All right, you can see Exodus. All right, and then have extra services too. Okay, you have Treasure, you have other wallet. I have this wallet too, Electron. Yeah, Electron. I have Electron wallet. I think I have it here. Yes, Electron wallet have been it's an old wallet, it's an old wallet. All right, Electron wallet is an old wallet. So I use Electron wallet, and excuse me. Okay, I'll just come here this way. Electron. Okay, just a moment, guys. Okay. All right, just a moment. It shows. Okay, yeah, so this is electron wallet. I have it. Over time, you're going to have all of this because when you are making money, you have to create a decentralized wallet for your security. Okay, I think I was doing an experiment on this my electron wallet when I did a transfer, of some money, to it and showing balance of just $5. So I was using some experiment, I can receive to electron, can download on your system. You can go to electron.org, download, and you can download electron. Anyway, we'll come to that and just giving us some of us who can be very fast. Over time, you can do independently on your own. You go on your web and just tap on this guy here. Okay, here. You can go here and you see electron and electron.org, and then it had been a wallet since about 2015 or 14, if I'm not mistaken, or earlier than that. And so it's a decentralized wallet, and you can get it downloaded. Just click on download and then follow the procedure and open it so that a code wallet. All right. So I'm going to go straight now to Binance Portal. All right. I'm going to go back to Binance Portal. Number one, we've told us that in your personal trading, you have to partition your portfolio into three: one for holding, one for swinging, and one for scalping. Or you can just partition yourself into two and possibly say, oh, I have one for holding, and which is partial holding and partial swinging, and then one for scalping. Or I just want to have a holding and then no scalping, because there are people who feel they are so busy at work, where they work, they're so busy, they have so much engagement, and so for that, they don't want to give themselves unnecessary stress, in following up the market and whatever that is happening in the market. So theirs is that they want to go into the market, buy some coins, and then keep the coins, and then watch it grow to any point that's going to a reasonable amount of money, and then they get it liquidated. And so I think you're fine. And so, but this is the skill I'll give to anyone who is using that style. You have to be extraordinarily and extremely, you have to be extraordinarily and extremely patient when you are doing that. You must be very patient, extraordinarily patient. And what do I mean? Let me use an example here. If I'm buying a coin to hold, let me take example coin that messed me up in my decision. Previously, I was telling us Matic. Let me use Matic for instance. So if you are holding coin, you have to have a long-term perspective of that coin. And two, you should not absorb any rumor, bad news about the coin. All right. Now, let me say I'm using Matic. I was telling us Matic, last 3 weeks, Matic has done over 250%, taken from, let me take 12 hours time indicator. And see Matic, I bought Matic at 145 Satoshi. And there we are, the Matic did up to 389 Satoshi now at 145. But even the base of Matic last the month of let me check day, the month of September, okay, the month of September 22, September, October, November, that is September, October, 1 month, November, 2 months, right? 2 months. So in 2 months, Matic left from 123 Satoshi. So let's say you pick it at 125 Satoshi. There you are, it's 389. Until let's say you sold at 380. Now, if you take your calculator, let's go here. Okay, sorry for that voicing. All right, let's take our calculator.
It's okay, really.
Yeah, we know it's okay. Thank you. All right, so 380 Satoshi. Please, I hope, are you guys seeing my screen? Somebody type if you're seeing my screen. I'll type on the chat box and say yes, please, if you're seeing my screen. I hope everybody's seeing my screen. Just type yes if you're seeing my screen. All right, please type yes if you're seeing my screen. So that, all right, thank you, fantastic. Oh, fantastic. Okay, great. All right, so now 380 Satoshi divided by 125 Satoshi, all right, that is 3.04, okay, 3.04 multiplied by 100, okay, that's 304% in 2 months. That is, Matic has done 304% in 2 months. Now, what am I saying? What I'm saying practically is that, please, trading does not necessarily mean you have to be in the market every day. No, it's not compulsory. You don't need to be in the market every day. So you just buy the coin and keep it and then go away. Okay? And that's all called position or holding. You just buy the coin and then hold the coin and go away. Just example what people are doing with Tika Tiwari coin. A lot of people have bought the coin now, and what do? They just bought the coin, extract the coin to extra wallet, lock it up there, and go away. Now listen, if you do that, don't be carried away by this fluctuation. Of course, so coin maintaining a momentum would not just take a vertical movement like what this guy did. Let me show you this guy. What coin was that? Okay, I just saw this guy just did that now. I think this guy just did that now. Okay, this vertical. A coin must not do this vertical for you to say, hey, this coin is going up making money. No, a coin will go up, we come down, we go up, we come down, we go up. In fact, at a point, it come down again and again and again. But the difference is this, it might not really come down to that beginning time because time frame. So, but the point there is that if you are now doing swinging and scalping, that's when you can be following this up and down. But the fraction you have just bought and kept, for not doing anything, I think another coin that gave me that crazy movement was Torch. All right, this guy, very wicked guy. So he did that. All right, you can see what Torch did. I've been holding this Torch for the past 3 months or so, if not more than that. All right, and so the part of it is that I set some on the swing, and I just kept some, without, placing the price. Unfortunately, that the one I placed at 1,800 and something Satoshi, all right, and because I bought it at 900 Satoshi or thereabout, I think around August, September or thereabout, I think something like that. That's August or so, and then I just bought and I kept at 1,800. I think about 100% or so, yeah. And then I left some fractions and then without, placing for sale. And when I came and I saw Storage had done and then move up and got to 2,263 Satoshi, I made it at about 2,100 Satoshi. So I just sold off. Now, what I'm saying is this, don't be in a haste in most coins. especially, of course, in our trading room where we said this coin is for holding coin, like the primary coins and all of that. Once you have bought it, and no matter what the coin is doing in the market, don't get panic, just like what Bitcoin is doing, don't get panic. Just keep it there. At appointed time, maybe the next 1 or 2 or 3 months, we do you very good percentage. Just imagine now, Matic, September, from September to October, that's 1 month. Okay? September to October, that's 1 month. October to November, that's 2 months. So we are not just in December 1st. And so in 2 months, 22, right? So 22 of October, 1 month. 22 of November, that's 2 months. So that's 2 months plus now. 2 months plus now, the coin has done 304%. Now listen, when we say 304%, that is against Bitcoin, that's against asset. Now, the percent in dollar may not actually present itself now because the price of Bitcoin perhaps come down below what it was that time. That's not your business. Remember, we have one of the practical, target as to have minimum of 10 Bitcoin to at least 100 Bitcoin in 12 months as part of the plan to achieve 2 years financial freedom via, digital asset accumulation. All right. So once you are doing buying and selling, and maybe you're on the forum, on Bill with me, and then we say, okay, buy this coin, or even if not on Bill with me, some of us who have already been trading will always tell us, always check the market. 4 things that we always say, maybe I need to put it for a reminder, is number one, 4 things that are very key. Number one, the volume of the coin you are trading. The volume of money that come into that coin you are trading per day. You look at it here, up here, right? 24 hours volume. Okay. Then number 2 is the price of the coin you are trading. Okay. How many Satoshi? And remember, we said every coin you are trading, that the Satoshi is still very high. Okay. Maybe the Satoshi is up to like 5-digit Satoshi, you may not make much profit. You always look at, if you are giving about 5 coins to buy, all right, you're giving about 5 coins to buy, especially those coins you want to scalp or swing. And out of these 5, about 2 of them are 3-digit Satoshi. Let me use this guy, VET. Look at VET now. This is how many digits Satoshi? This is 2-digit Satoshi, 95 Satoshi. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 2-digit Satoshi. All right. So 95 Satoshi. Just imagine here when the coin was at 80 Satoshi, there it is, it went to 99 Satoshi. Now, it may not make a big difference, 80, 99. Let's look at the percentage. What percentage has that done? VET. I'm going to take it, Tab Trader. All right, so I'm going to take it, Tab Trader. Tab Trader. All right, so if you let me take my Tab Trader, and I go to check VET. Okay, how many percentage? Perhaps. Okay, Tab Trader VET. So I can recall VET on Binance. All right, Binance VET. Okay, VET. V. Somebody say, where is it present? Okay, I'm going to show you something. VET. Okay, this is VET. Oh, great. All right, this is VET. All right, somebody want to see what I'm pressing. Say, where is this guy pressing? Okay. All right, this is what I'm pressing. I'm going to show you now. See what I'm pressing. Many of you have Tab Trader on your phone. All right, look at Tab Trader. So there's Tab Trader. Okay, it's Tab Trader. So if you don't have Tab Trader, you can go download that Tab Trader on your phone. It's free. Now, so go to Tab Trader and this is VET down there. Okay, now this is VET. So I tap VET. I want to see the percentage VET has done in 24 hours from just 80 Satoshi to 99 Satoshi did now. So I tap they roll out the logo down. This right, this guy, right? So I'll take from here, roll up here, okay. Okay, this guy have done about 23% today. All right, the guy did about 23% today. That's vet. And just from 80 to 99. Just from 80 to 99. Now, little Satoshi give you fast profit and bigger profit. All right. And it's easy for little Satoshi, 1 Satoshi, 2 Satoshi, 3 Satoshi. Just like if a coin is in 1 Satoshi, you bought it at 1 Satoshi, the moment you go to 2 Satoshi, that is 100% already. And so, but if it's volume of Satoshi, that's like more bogus in the volume of it, you know, maybe BNB for instance, and okay, BNB. All right, so if BNB for instance, by how many Satoshi? This is about 6 digit Satoshi. You know, it's about 208,800 Satoshi. That's about $15. You know, for one BNB. You know, the profit I can make on the first, second, 3 digit or 2 digit Satoshi or 1 digit Satoshi, it might be cumbersome for me to make it here. Not that I cannot make it here, but it cannot give me that biggest money. So you check the volume of money coming into the market, and secondly, the price. So if I have 2 or 5 coins I want to trade, I check the price. Okay, which one is it having lesser price? Then the next, you now check the bear, you check the resistance. Got it? Check the resistance. The support, this is support. That's the dip at which people don't want to sell again. That's it's just there and nobody is interested in selling. Everybody wants the market to recover for them to now make their profit. So this is the resistance, the support. And we always tell people, buy coin at a support, never buy coin at a resistance. Now, a practical example, I cannot buy VET again now. That would be so foolish of me to buy VET. VET had created so many resistance. God first created one first resistance here, but there were much volume that came into the market of VET, and it doubled up again, so it created a double top. And so at this point, there is no point you buying this coin. I met people who said they were doing trading in crypto, and say, I just saw the one that is green, and once I saw the one that is just green, the candle is green, or the market is green. I bought most of those ones that are green. You are doing the opposite. You buy the one that is red, because this is a support. Look at the support here. Now it moved up again and broke a little and came down again to create another support down here. Now, the best coin to buy is to check the volume, is to check the price, and check the support. So is it at support level now? Yeah, it's at the support level. And at that support level, it creates what we call bearish market. So it's actually a bearish market for some of us who have been trading. We saw these 3 lines. They are EMA indicator lines. We have the bullish indicator, EMA indicator line. We have the bearish market indicator line. And so, of course, this market is already bullish. There is no point me buying into it. So you don't chase after the market. And that's what we call FOMO, fear of missing out. There is no point me buying this coin again. I rather look for a coin that is deep, deep, deep down at the support level. So at this point is a resistance. That's the level at which much pressure are now mounted on that particular asset, because people have made profit, they want to exit the market. So they return back that asset to collect their money, because their money had increased in volume for them. And so that's why all of those coins are instruments to increase your Bitcoin. All right. So that's just the basic to like refresh our mind. And for some of us who are very, very new, of course, we still have a long way to go, but don't worry, you're going to learn very well. And so you can make money working on yourself, over and over. So that this is the first thing. And we said, okay, assuming Felix, oh, I bought some coins and somebody will ask me. Of course, some of us who have been trading, we have primary coins, we have secondary coins, and of course, we have coins that we're holding. I've always been telling everybody, I said, no matter what you are doing, once you have made some profit, keep some fractions of coin in Bitcoin Cash, in Ethereum, in BNB, in Ripple, in DGP, and all of that, some of those coins. And so, of course, we that have been trading, we should know some of those coins. And for some of us who have subscribed for Tika Tiwari coins, then apply the same principle. Just apply the same principle. How was the principle? The principle of buying some, keep it on holding. Let me use one example. This guy here, look at this guy here, Link. All right. If you look at it, Link, I've been doing up and down. A lot of people say, hey, Link had come down. But if you go back to when we start trading Link, you know that Link is upward momentum. I started trading Link far back when it was 14,000 Satoshi. So no matter what Link has done, that was in September. That was 2 months ago, guys. Okay, that's 2 months plus ago. So anyone who bought Link at 14,000 Satoshi, right down here, 14,000 Satoshi, right down here, no matter what Link is doing now, the person is still in excess profit. Link is 29,000, and this is 14,800. That means the person is still about 95 to 100% right now. So the volume you bought and you kept, no matter what the fluctuation, don't bother. Just keep it there. Okay? So at the long run, you're going to make profit. Then you can now be scalping. For some of us who know how to scalp or do our swinging, do you know how many times we have swing in between? You can see how Link has gone up here, move up, and then it come down again, you sell. And then when it went to 37,000 Satoshi and came down again to 28, 27, if you look at it, it has been maintaining the top root and down bottom, top root, down bottom, between 27, 28,000 to 35, 37,000. So you can actually draw a map after selling at 35,000 Satoshi, can sell price at 28,000 Satoshi. Because if you look at it now, it has been maintaining that. Look at it, this line. Okay, so that means this dropping that Link is still doing is very possible that it will still drop to 27,000 Satoshi. It's not a financial advice, and this is just a kind of experience we have drawn from the system. So it's still very possible for Link coin to drop to what? 27,000 Satoshi or 28,000 Satoshi. So maybe after now, I may even set price at 27,000 Satoshi so that anytime the Link drop down there, because you can see that's maintaining a pattern. Look at this dip here, you look at it here, all right? Another one now is about to fall. And so you can see it. And now, so that's all. So if you're just buying now, don't bother, keep. Buy some fraction and keep. Even if you buy at 27,000 Satoshi and it come down to 23,000 Satoshi, doesn't matter. What you bought is an asset. The 27,000 Satoshi, whatever worth of it, dollar or naira, is the cost you spend to get the Link coin. So ladies and gentlemen, be very, patient and understand the market. Don't trust yourself. Don't be under pressure, to do your best at trading. So, and another thing we tell people is that certainly Link must drop. Why? Somebody tell me, why do I say Link must drop? Let me go and take a more closer view for you to see. Once it certainly Link must drop, it actually creating the third candlestick. If this third candlestick is going to be red, then Link will still drop. But of course, Link may be this pattern again, 28,000 and 7,000 Satoshi. But is it good for me to buy Link now? Absolutely, yes, I can buy Link now. I can buy and still buy again later. Any drop in Link, I'll still buy. Any drop in Link, I'll still buy. All right? Now, this is a perfect market if you want to buy a coin. Why? Because this market is at the bearish market. How do I know? Look at the bearish indicator. It's in favor of bearish indicator. Look at it. The red line is the bearish indicator line. It's up. And then why the bullish indicator line is down. So it's actually at the down now. So anyone who wants to buy any coin, if you want to say, okay, let me experiment, for some of us who are just new, you are learning how to trade, then you can log in, create your balance. If you have created your balance, buy your Bitcoin, fund your balance, and then go buy Link. You'll be buying Link now at 29,000 Satoshi, and it will further drop to 28,000 or 27,000. It doesn't matter. Just leave it. Link will break definitely from tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You should see Link breaking up to about 33, 34,000 Satoshi. And that, there you are. If you are bought it at 29,000 or 28,000 Satoshi today or tonight or early morning tomorrow, then if you break up to 35, 34, 33,000, right? 33,000, there you are up here. And then that's that crazy amount of money, you can imagine, to make on Link. So, but anytime you're buying a coin, ensure that it's a bearish market. It's only good coins. I'm not talking about shit coins in the market, but always buy coins at the bearish market so that when it break up, then you make more money. And so I think that's just the review I'll do, on personal trading. So, but please partition your trading into holding, swinging and scalping. Now, another thing you must know is that, thank God, Link is paired with USDT too. You have made some profits and you just felt that, okay, I'm on profit, and then I want to convert it to stable coin, then you just pair it in with USDT. All right, if I convert it to USDT, and so that when Link come back again, maybe you play this, maybe when Link go to $3 and 3 point something dollars, you convert it to USDT, and there you are, it comes down to $1 or $2, and all of that, then you can buy. I remember when we buy Link, it was about $1.17, and until when it was $1.97 and all of that. So I bought some Link and $1.17 and all of that. So just imagine how it's about $2.17 now. That means I have additional $1, just buy and hold the Link since all this while. And so that is on the personal trading. Remember, our project is number one. Let me go here. Sorry. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Remember, number one, we have said what? Personal trading. Number two, masternode, EDC blockchain. Number three, POS staking. So we have one, we have Atom, and we have Terra. Okay, that is credit. Number four, MLM leverage. So here, of course, everybody here, we have A, building Premium Group. B, Tika Tiwari. And C, Need Block. Okay, so if you have started and if you don't, please don't let any of us intimidate you to go and force yourself to go and borrow money to buy Tika Tiwari coin. It's not compulsory, okay? Because we have said we want to subscribe, and I think we gave a privilege for yesterday for anyone who want to do it. You will give a kind of discount about 40%. I mean, instead of $500, you can pay $300. But I think after today, I think it should be over. If it's tomorrow, then you have to go back. And I'm sure after some time, we may not talk about it that way because everyone who have been so busy doing what they need to do about it. And so, if you've not, of course, maybe the whole money you have is to gather $300, and you now say, okay, let me subscribe for Ticket to Worry. Just subscribe in what else? You don't have money to buy the coin. Then there's no point. All right. So you can be doing your little managing of trading, buy the one you can buy, sell, and all of that. Thank God, we're giving two out free. Link coin is part of the coin, and then TNT we mentioned it was a free for everyone. You can be trading Link and TNT, and you can be fine. Okay, and about if you have the resources, then fine, you get yourself fitted and all of that. But if you do not have resources, don't bother yourself and all of that, to get involved in the Ticket to Worry coin. And but if you, I don't know, and anyone who is not on EDC, you might be too wrong. You might be too wrong, and nobody's going to market you so much about EDC. But if you are not on EDC, you might be too wrong. I know what I'm talking about. You might be just too wrong. I know you might be too wrong. Please, if you don't have EDC, go and try your best to have EDC. Try your best to have EDC. If you do not have, try your best to have EDC. And I'm still repeating it. Try your best to have EDC. If you do not have, then this one, of course, I don't need to beg anybody about credit. If you have not done your credit, at least with little as low as 10,000 naira, you are good on EDC, on Terra. EDC for now on Yobit. For you to do EDC on Yobit, I think you will spend about 340,000 naira. I think, or maybe about that. But I think let's say a way you can find yourself around maybe 250,000 naira. I don't know. There are a lot of ways you can source for getting EDC account created. I think you can still get it done, but try as much as possible or watch it when the price may come down. But what I advise people, if you want to do 2 accounts in EDC, you can do one now and then keep the other money if you would not eat it up. And when the price may actually take a pullback, then you can do the other one. So credit is just about 10,000 naira minimum. And then, sorry, I want to put in my own as a minimum, but I think as low as 1,000 naira or 5,000 naira you can even do, but I just put a 10,000 naira and all of that. Atom, I created Atom staking on Trust Wallet. All right, let me show something on Trust Wallet. Okay, look at it here. Let me show you guys. I created on Trust Wallet. If you log into your Trust Wallet, you're gonna have all right. If you open your Trust Wallet, you're gonna see Trust staking platform. Okay, sorry. So we have Atom, that is Cosmos. Cosmos is staking there on Trust Wallet. Cosmos is taken there on Trust Wallet. And this guy, Tron too, is taken there on Trust Wallet. And I think it is also, I just try Atom, just little fund. And I think it's there on staking. Okay. On staking, it's just about 8 or 10 Atom. They say it's going to be locked up 21 days. And I don't know. So just there, that's going to be about how many percent? About 9% or 8 point something percent, 9.81%, And if you do have one wallet, you can go your Google Play Store and download one chain. Okay, you can just go to your Play Store and then type this guy here, this guy, one chain or one wallet. Okay, you can see the first option. One wallet, okay. One wallet, you can download one wallet. That's the first option. You can download one wallet, then install and all of that, do all the things. So You can look at this one. I create so many wallets. Okay, so I'll just do experimenting in most of the training I have to do, fund it, and then just keep them there. But for me, it just opening different channels of investment. And so one wallet, one chain staking is for 1 year, or you can opt out anyway. You can opt out at any time you like. And if you look at this here, what has accrued, this is on the POS. If you look at this, is having 525 on this wallet that was staked, and it has stayed just 17 days until 2 point something one chain. It will make so much sense to you now, but over time, if you have the capacity, please take a spread that way. But for some of us who are just starting, you may not do one chain because you look at it, 18% in a year is too poor for you. But if once you are able to spread your tentacles on your personal trading, on EDC, on other ones, then you can try as much as possible to spread more tentacles. If it's $50, $100 on one chain, on Atom, and all of that, you can keep it there. And so very quickly, over the last two things I will do now is to log in to show you why I've been telling us, don't joke with your EDC. So let me just show you something very fast before we shut down. Okay, EDC. Okay, so yeah, I hope we're seeing. I hope everybody we're seeing my. I hope everybody we are seeing my. Are we seeing my my screen? Okay, type yes. See my screen. You see my screen. Just type yes. Okay. 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 Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. So okay. All right. Fantastic. Now, all right. Okay. Fantastic. Now this is EDC. Now, I'm not going to do any experimenting, but just to show you this thing and why I've said everybody try as much as possible to have your EDC. Look at it. This is EDC blockchain is actually a decentralized blockchain. Many don't know, and thank God for Franklin on Thursday and Friday at Port Harcourt office. He was able to give a lot of people illustrations on different blockchain and what EDC blockchain was built on, and how it was being built, and other exchange wallet blockchain. All right, so this is EDC, all right, EDC blockchain. You can open it, and so after now, for some of you who are very new, I'm going to send you put it through how you open your blockchain. It's free to open the blockchain. Then we buy the EDC coin and get it stake, all right? And so the minimum EDC we can stake is about 30,000, and that's why I would say if you're buying the EDC on Yobit right now, let me see if Yobit have come down. Maybe let's see if it has come down to 300 and something EDC bit or the zeros. All right, so on EDC on Yobit, if you want to buy 30,000 EDC right now on Yobit, this is 30,000. It's going to be 0.123 whatever BTC. Let's take it here. It's 0.123 thereabout. It's all here. 1235466. All right, let's check here. 566. That's about 228,000 naira. So about 228,000 naira. You can do 30,000 EDC leasing, and so but nevertheless, you may not too much. We can see find other way of getting it maybe in less than 300,000 naira and all of that. So it's better late than never, So there's what opportunity do you have? So for some of us who are already on EDC, we know that what you send your 30,000 EDC here, and then you're able to lease it. For instance, I look at this, my account, you check the history of my leasing. This account lease EDC since on the 26th of March 2019, and so that's almost pretty for 8 months ago, about 8 months ago or plus. And but at that time, we're earning about 12% monthly, and that amount to about 0.40% every day. That's about 120 EDC every day, and that's what you can see here. Every day, today payment was paid 120 EDC, every day, and so in a month, it's going to amount to about 3,600 EDC. But right now, of course, it's about 11% you can earn on the leasing. Go here. And so what you can earn in 12 is 11% every month. So in 12 months, you can accumulate about 37,600 EDC in 12 calendar months. And remember, we say our target on EDC, my target anyway, is that if I can do $1 on EDC, and my target is to accumulate about 5 million EDC before one EDC is $1. And of course, some of us, why? Because we have told us on the coin market cap of EDC how much it has actually amounted to before. $994 before in 2016. The second thing why we encourage people to do as much as possible understand EDC is that I can earn my residual income on EDC apart from my return on investment, that's the ROI, which is passive. So if you put 30,000 EDC, every month you can accumulate 3,300 EDC. Now, depending on what's the exchange rate of EDC. So these are the issues where many people have challenges in terms of when you tell them, they say, oh my God, if I earn 11% in a month, how much is it in Naira? Okay. Remember, cryptocurrency is more of opportunity beyond investment. Okay, so I want to log in now to show you the second part on EDC where you make more money if I build a system, and that's actually part of our number 4 opportunity in the 2 years to financial freedom via digital asset accumulation. And look at it here, look at this, my account here is accruing about 875 EDC every day. This is passive residual, and this is accrual from community and all of that, and those one I personally created, because before I told anybody about EDC, I've created many accounts for myself, my family, and so you earn more money. How? You have it's about 3x10 matrix. So if I create 4 accounts, the 3 additional accounts, whatever those accounts earn in a month, my first account is going to earn 10% on their earnings. So if I have 3 accounts additional to my account, so they earn 3,300 EDC every month, multiplied by 3 of them, that will be 9,900 EDC. So that means my first account is going to be earning 990 EDC every month. So either I refer anybody or not, because internally I'm going to be accruing. Now look at this account, is earning about 875 EDC every day. And how much is it going to be in a month? Let's check. In a month, this has nothing to do with my investment. In a month, it's about, so you say 875 EDC, 875.531 EDC, now multiply by 30 days. That is about 26,265.93 EDC. Let it multiply by 12, that is 1 year, 12. That's about 315,191. What if EDC is $1? That's $315,000. What if EDC is $10? So it's a multiply by 10, all right? That gives about, that's crazy, guys. Like about 3.1 million, $3,151,911. That's crazy. So if it's multiplied by 365, I don't know how much to be in funny currency, that would be some lousy money. And so don't get carried away by this figure. So just your own is that get to work, make your own stand, and then move on and get what you want to get. And so that's EDC for you. Then the last thing on the list is the Terra, and then yeah, Terra X. So let me just log into Terra, and then this is Terra here. All you need to do, as I tell people, it's very simple. What do I do with Terra? Very simple, very simple, very simple. Terra project is similar to EDC project. Very simple. Okay, somebody want to say something? Somebody's asking something. What? Okay, all right, Matthias. Okay, what if it goes to 10 cent? All right, so say what if you go to 10 cent? If it goes to 10 cent, okay, if you go to 10 cent, that's you're going here. We said 875.531 or something, multiplied by 30. Okay, so so multiply by 0.1. So that means this account is earning about, if it gets to 10 cent, that means this account will now be earning about $2,626, every month. And so multiply by 12 months. So that means in 12 months, residually, this account can earn about $31,519 if it's in that range. All right, I hope you get that. And so let me log in now to Terra, and it's very simple. So you don't find anything difficult in Terra, everybody. Okay, I think this training is more detailed today, and because of some people that are very new here in our midst. I know to look at we're speaking Chinese to a lot of people who are new here today, but don't worry, you catch up over time. All right, so Terra, I'm logging 970. Okay, I think 690,835. Yeah, I have Google Educator on virtually all my transactions, so please try and do yours too in your investment. So this is Terra. So what exactly do you do? You've created a Terra. It's free to create. You buy Terra. So, but once you create, ensure you do your KYC. Okay, go to your profile, do your ID, and so verify your KYC. Already verify KYC. Okay, so I'm verified. So the next is go to wallet. All right, go to user control. Once you are verified, go to user control and then go to bank and create an account. So that there you're going to add your bank account. For some of you are not in South Africa, Nigeria, Gambia. Is it Gambia or something? One other country. Now, like Joshua in Tanzania, you don't bother putting an account number. I think if you don't have that means, so you can have Ethereum to be using for your transaction. All right. So, but for people in Nigeria, you can add your bank account. Put your bank name, IBAN. If you don't have IBAN, just put your local bank normal bank account. Let's say 00260564564. Right. 56420, and then of course you can just Google your Swift code. You just Google Swift code. As some people were asking me, how do I get Swift code? Just Google. All right, so Google it and say like I'm using GTB. All right, I'm using GTB. Just can go. All right, I'm using GTB. Just let's go here to Google that. It's coming up. Then you put all the detail and then now click on save. And then once that is done, and then once your account is verified, you will see, you'll be notified once your account is verified. And then there you go. You can always come to wallet, see user control here, and then you go to wallet, my wallet, and then from my wallet, you can now navigate through. Let's go here. Just a moment. All right. Uh-oh. 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 Okay. So you can see this is credit. So I have some credit, and so, but I actually want to NGNG. If I verify my account, I think I even sent in some money yesterday. Okay, it has been credited. Fantastic. Sent in about 20,000 naira, so it has been credited. So, but assuming you want to credit, just come NGNG and then you type, you select, and then you make a deposit. Okay, so you make a deposit straight away, and then you see Naira, then you see method. Oh, a new feature has just been added, so you can use pay stack or bank method. Okay, I think. Okay, I think bank stack is added. New feature. Okay. So you can use stack now, and to let's say 3,000 naira. Okay, I think you can use stack now, and then you can make deposit with stack now, but I'm not making any deposit anyway. So you can make deposit with stack now if you're using Nigeria NGNG, and you get it, credited to your, okay. So you make use of your card, just make use of your card to stack, and then get the money paid and all of that. So I'm not doing that now. But let me go back to, I want to buy credit straight away, okay? Just go, I have Naira in my account, so go to exchange. I'll go to exchange right now, and then, so many people come here to the exchange, and they couldn't go, they couldn't sail through. They were like, I couldn't find NGNG, and because it was on Ethereum, okay? Now listen to me, over time, I'm gonna show you everyone, ooh, it's serious. Everyone that making use of their, BitForest, I'm going to show us how I use my credit to accumulate enough Ethereum. Okay, so it's just a side attraction for me. So I stake this credit on their mini POS here, accumulate enough credit, then I move some of those credit and just stock them in my BitForest, and then accumulate enough GUI of Ethereum. So as a catch for me, them, all right, and then I have enough Ethereum using credit to accumulate it. So, but let's go here, Naira, NGNG, this is NGNG, and then I click on credits, all right, you get it, this credit, and there we go, right, this is credit. I want to buy credit now. Ooh, it's more than the price I want to buy in the last day, the other time. So I want to buy credit. I'm going to buy about 4.5 million or 4.9 million. So I'll just put it 100%. I don't need to waste too much time. And then I click on buy. There you go. Your order has been placed successfully. All right, so there you go. So my NGNG is cut off, and then so I have some fraction of credit. So it's already given to me about 5.1 million. That's about 5,165,249 credit, and that's all. And now, so what do I do exactly? And you go back to user control, and then you go to your wallet, and go to my wallet, all right? And there you go. Go to my wallet, and then there you go. Locate credit, of course. Just search here, credits. Okay, okay, so you can see credit here. So just come down here and then come to transfer. Okay, and then so you come to transfer. Now you're going to see from wallets as primary wallet. So the volume of credit you have in primary wallet, and then you can see mini POS wallet. So whatever volume you have there. So assuming you have about this is 5 million. credit, assuming that, okay, you have 5 million credit, you want to just stake 1 million out of the 5 million. This is it, 0.001 million. So this is 5 million here, okay? This is 5 million credit here, right? So, but what do you want to stake? You want to stake just 1 million out of 5 million. Or is it everything you want to stake? Just type everything. But I want to stake 1 million, so you just start up and just type transfer and then it on. And so it on. And so 5 million you have before is going to reduce now, right? You have 5.16 million before. There you are, you have 4.16 million now. Where has the other one gone to? It's going to be added to this, that's in 1.4 million or whatever thereabout. And so that's about. So the credit's going to be adding up for you. And there you are. Once it's been added up to you, now I can go to my bit forest. There's my bit forest. This is bit forex. Look at bit forest. And then, okay. I'll go here. So please, everybody just understand something. In this space of crypto, you just need to understand that. For me, Felix, I'm a crypto politician. So I'm not, it's what is my game in crypto is that is interest and work on what give you what you are looking for, And so don't say, hey, I don't like this coin. You look at the project of the coin and what they want to achieve, and then you ride with it. Just ride with the project of any coin and make some insane money and begin to spread your tentacle in the crypto space. I have a lot of friends that when they come into some crypto project, they have ride on previous project, right? They've ride on previous project. And what do? Have you seen people when they just come and say, what's this project like? Okay, please, I just want to throw in about 30 Bitcoin. Maybe many of us have not met people. I met person who dropped about 90 Bitcoin in a project, 90 Bitcoin in a project. Of course, somebody who dropped 90 Bitcoin in a project, it was not 90 Bitcoin the guy has. And of course, within the shortest time, he's going to make 180 Bitcoin, 270 Bitcoin within the shortest time because he had followed a project before. Now, there you go. You come to a wallet here and on your BitForex, come to wallet, and then please, there's a spot account, there's perpetual account, and where you come to is come to your wallet. No, I'm not going. I'll come to wallet and search for credit. So there you go. This is credit. Then you go to deposit. All right. Then you copy the wallet from this guy here. All right. Then go back to or where are we? You go back to this guy here. Excuse me. You go back to this guy here. All right. So you come here and click withdraw. So you paste the wallet. All right. So you paste the wallet. And let's say you want to withdraw just 1 million credit. Okay, this 1 million credit to BitForest. Okay, then there you go. So you check. So thank you. Then you click. Now remember, okay, so after a while, it may take some time. It takes a little bit time for it to go. It's going to drop in your. So you look at it under review. Okay, so you can look at some of the transactions I've done before. This is 26 million credit, 3.7 million credit, 1,000 credits in that order. So those ones have been completed. And so this one is receiving 1 million credit. It's going to go to, now this one that has moved, that's going to move out, is moving out on the volume that is available, not on the mini POS, okay? So the one in mini POS, you might have to opt out before you can move the one on the mini POS. So you can see now that I have 3.1 million here. So it was 4 point something million before. So you can move it on and on. So you can see now this one is at 2 point something million and all that. So guys, these things are projects that may not make sense now. But if you go to CoinMarketCap, you check a lot of things, you see a lot of phenomena happening in this project. Please, guys, get something straight here. You have to be very smart. You have to be very meticulous. You got to know what you want. For me, I've been very, very, I'm very, how do they call this thing? You know, I'm very deaf to people. When I'm bent at a project, if I perish, I perish. That's what I do in project. In cryptocurrency, if you are bent at listening to this person say, are you sure this project, the way you're doing it, is going to work? No. I just stay cool to what I want to do and make it, and that's all. And so, but you need to learn, you have to follow, and then be a good researcher. So I think for today, that's what we can cover so far, you know, in this training today. If you don't have EDC, well, I'm not going to say anything much about it again, because I've been singing this song about EDC when it was still, with just 45,000 naira, you can do one account. And I remember telling people, just keep on compounding, keep on compounding, keep on putting more account. I remember in March, I told Potsioba, I said, hey, the money I'm going to make to take much account in EDC, EDC is going to produce the money. And that was exactly what I did in that March. And, you know, phenomena, 3 days, 228%. And I closed all my transactions, all my trading portfolio, and plug them back to the orbit. And I hit the market. The first day, 73%. The next day, 85%. The third day, 93%. Thank you. I plug out all the EDC again and then stay. Then I lock up. So when you talk about EDC, I don't even remember it's an investment for me. So I just continue doing what I'm doing. And now, if I want to trade EDC, I can just move whatever the goose are laying. I can just move a lot of eggs, come to your bit, and follow the policies. Just imagine from 87 Satoshi to 500 Satoshi, that I push it to the market, and then if EDC, I'm just praying EDC now on Ubit can just come down back to 150 Satoshi. There you go. All the money that I've stockpiled in BTC, I just collected this again. The next politics may be January, when Ubit may push EDC to maybe 1,500 Satoshi. I push it again, and then there you go. So it's seasonal. The first season we finish it in March. The next season has not finished because Ubit are not done yet, so they are still doing their drama. But if they are not done, fine. If they are done, cool. And so the next season by January. And so, ladies and gentlemen, that's just what you need to know. Follow the trend and follow the people that are actually going the same place you're going. So thank you very much, everybody. So if you have any questions, so you are free to ask, and then just type on the chat, and then you're giving an answer. I want to be deposited in Terra. So the Terra, any amount.
Good evening, sir.
Hello, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Sir.
Yeah.
Please, thank you for the teachings and the lectures you've been giving to us. I'm so grateful, and I know others are too. But please, you said something on how one can pack Ethereum using credit. You didn't complete the.
Well, I've done that. I bought credit and then take the credit. I bought credit with my Naira or whatever, and then put it on the mini POS of Terra. And so whatever volume that is accruing for me on Terra, all right? So you can just look like maybe having about 50 million or 100 million of credit on Terra, and every volume that is accumulating for you on Terra, the same style I'm using for EDC, I can use it for Terra. So at every accumulated volume, right, I compound some of them, and then when I observe that the market is actually down, so or spike, there's a sudden spike in Terra or credit, I moved the credit to BitForest. And in moving it to BitForest, all right, in moving it to BitForest, and probably you see that at BitForest, it's about maybe the last volume I sold to Ethereum on BitForest was at 8, 9, 10 GUI, right? 8, 9, 10 GUI. And after that, it came down to 4. It came down to 4, 5 GUI. So I packed them everything again with the money, with the Ethereum. So I just load more of credit back and then reset back to 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 GUI. All right. And so that's just it. It's not magic. It's just following the activities of the market and pick it that way. But I have to have the goose. And the goose is to make sure I buy enough credit, stake it on the mini POS, and then be bringing the egg from the goose to the market. But do I just bring the eggs to the market? No. The goose, the mother goose is laying the egg consistently. So it's never tired. so I just say, okay, no problem. Then I bring the eggs. So everybody says, you have egg for sale. I check. Well, anything good happening in the market? They say, no, it's the usual market. I say, no, I'm not a usual person, you know. And so then when the market is abnormal, I pour it away and then collect enough Ethereum. And of course, it's going to come down. I say, oh, the market is something else now. Oh, it's okay, you can have it. And so that's because basically where we make a big mistake is that everybody wants to cash out money. I want to have naira, dollar, pounds, and all of that. No, what I need to cash out is I use the credit or I use the EDC. If like in the EDC game now, or my Yobit or different exchange on EDC game, that's why I say till tomorrow. Somebody don't know why I'm saying till tomorrow. I like Yobit for my EDC. Till tomorrow, till tomorrow. We're following the politics together in Yobit. I can't leave you unless EDC deletes EDC from Yobit. As long as they didn't delete, they say wallet or maintenance, no problem. I've been sounding this long time. I say every volume you know you want to use to play politics with Yobit, before Yobit lock the wallet, bring the money. I know them, they will always lock it. There's nothing you can do for the guys not to lock it. They know what they are using EDC to make. So that's the exact thing. So as far as I'm concerned on Yobit, for instance, it's two things I have for Yobit. BTC, EDC, BTC, EDC. All right. So if EDC suddenly spike away from my hand, I will wait for it holding the BTC. As it pull back, I will collect the EDC. And if BTC just, of course, there's no spike BTC can do. The BTC spike is against USDT. And that is not what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for fiat. I'm looking for asset, for God's sake. And so BTC, EDC. So the same thing on BitForest, credit, Ethereum. Credit, Ethereum. Credit, Ethereum. That's it. So you push the mother's, the goose mother, and then collect the egg from goose mother, and then take it to the market on BitForest. Even on the Terra, but the volume you might want to do on Terra might not be available. Terra is just the project they are building on that Terra X, a platform. But we have bad guys on BitForest that are just traders. So you go and collect enough money from them with your own article. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So I think it's clear enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's clear enough.
Yeah.
I have a question, sir.
Okay.
Is there any difference between Terra and credit?
Terra is a platform.
Credit is a coin.
Assets.
Okay, thank you, sir. Parkins, why are you laughing?
No. I understand.
I'm not laughing.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
He's still on his question because I wanted to ask that same question. That means the Ethereum, the price of credit on BitForest is higher than, because I know credit is also sold for exchange with Ethereum on Terra.
I don't get you
That
quite.
means the price on BitForex. I've not checked it, sir. The price of credit on BitForex is higher, as in Ethereum now.
Sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah. Apart
What?
from price being higher, listen. Apart from price being higher, in BitForest does traders, and so you are talking of volume, okay? You are talking of volume of money and volume of the credit on BitForest. So of course, bidding and asking prices will be different from the Terra platform. Simple.
Okay, so understood. Another question. Sorry, sir. Electrum is an external wallet, right? Like Trust Wallet.
Just leave it Electron now. You may not be able to download and feature out to your seed, but it's
I
a
just want to
decentralized
know.
wallet. It's a decentralized wallet.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, like when my primary coins, can I send some to my Trust Wallet?
That was why I told you guys to have your Trust Wallet. Your Trust Wallet has so many dimensional, features that you can just store your stuff there.
Hello. Sorry,
Okay.
excuse me, boss.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Good evening, house. Excuse me,
Thank
boss.
you, sir.
I'm sorry. I'm having a problem with this John McAfee platform to put in my wallet and trade there. So how do I go about it?
What exact problem are you having there?
The wallet. There's a place that you're supposed to put your wallet before you can be able to trade. I'm
Yeah,
having a serious problem with that.
the wallet you are meant to unlock. You are going to use both your mobile device and your laptop.
Okay.
So once you go to Trust Wallet, all right, and you go to Trust Wallet, and then after downloading on Trust Wallet, and then on your system you go to Binance.org. That is the DEX. That's the decentralized wallet exchange of Binance. And so you go to your Trust Wallet and look at it. Your Trust Wallet is going to have this. Let me show you here. Okay. Can you see something up here? Something like an angle. Sorry. A space here.
Yeah. Yes. For QR code.
No. Yes, something like that. So when you tap it, the QR code said it now popped up and give you these options.
Okay.
Can you see the option?
Yes.
That is a Wallet Connect.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. So when it gives you the Wallet Connect, okay, down under this guy on the Binance Dex, you are going to click Unlock.
Okay.
Yeah, on Binance Dex, you're going to click Unlock. Let me see. Oh, sorry. Okay, and so there's something like this. Where's this guy? Okay. On Binance Desk, you're gonna click Unlock. This guy. Okay. Now, can you see something there? Okay, good.
Balance transaction. Reconnect. Okay. Reconnect.
So as you now click your connect here,
Yeah.
wallet connect, and then So it shows this, of course, the scan code stuff.
Yes.
Okay, so then there you go. You scan it.
Okay.
Okay, so it picks and connects, right? And then it said on your phone, it's going to ask you to approve.
Okay.
Yeah, so there you go. You click on approve. So as I've approved it, okay, mobile wallet connected, status and all that. And I'm sure, I didn't think you were unable to do that since. If you have not been able
Yes.
to do that, that means that drop was not dropped for you because your account did not verify or something.
I've not done it since. It's giving me headache. I've been trying to do that. I've not done it.
You
And
perhaps.
I had this trust wallet. I never knew it was what I was supposed to do. It's okay.
Okay, yeah. For that, we'll be doing a lot of some security stuff over time.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how is Thailand today?
Thailand is cool. Just been busy with my daughter's project, but today is the last day, so I'm free now.
Oh, yeah, I feel you. You got my back, yeah?
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, cheers. Yeah, more questions, anybody?
Baba, you talk something about EDC now.
Okay.
Doctor, you know get patient for hospital.
That good taste, did they find money?
Okay, don't go prescribe EDC for patient.
Yeah, I had this question about Ubits.
Okay.
Are they like primary holders on the EDC blockchain as well, that they sort of block people out so that they can use their volume to trade?
No. They are not. It does that they're not primary holders. They're not primary holders, but they are all players. They are all players. Okay. Yeah, they're all players. So they're not primary holders. Those guys, as an all players anyway, it has brought a lot of guys have got to know more about EDC who on them who are not even group of people who stake or list EDC, but they just knew that it has a very good prospect and they trade very often, on IOBIT. So they are not even primaries, holder of EDC. But I mean, they have been playing this policy for a very long time, and so at the point,
so they just lock and spike the price.
Yeah, at the point EDC was, because EDC actually want their project to be going organically, and so they even told them we would delist and all of that. I'm sure, of course, the Ubit guys must have said, "Guy, relax. That's not how this thing is done." So,
gangster.
Yeah. So but what we told our community is that these guys, the best is they will not. They're not going to give you a notice. When they're going to do that, you will just see that okay, the wallet is offline. Nothing happened to EDC. EDC is doing fine everywhere, and then it's offline with them. What actually is going on? And they just want to do that. So that's what I said. The best medicine for it is I'll just, when I have some volume of EDC, I just stop there, I just keep quiet. So anytime I'm just logging in, what I normally check when I enter Ubit is to try to want to withdraw. And the moment I see temporarily turn off, I know, say, my banga don't force out here. You understand? And the other thing about them is that they have the most easiest and fastest withdrawal period of EDC.
Are you kidding?
Oh my God. Fastest. Once, if they are not doing these policies, as you are clicking and make the withdrawal, you hear the sound on your EDC block.
Wow.
Very fast, stressless, no issue, very fast. So
I've not tried them since I tried ADAX and they hooked the money. I just left. I just left all of them. I want to use Bitly to do the paro.
So it's very fast, very fast.
Chargeless.
And they just charge 0.001 2 not up to 1 EDC.
That's very cheap
for withdrawal. Whatever volume of EDC you are withdrawing, will charge you 0.001.
Wow.
That's
fantastic.
In Yobit.
Yeah, Yobit, yeah. Yeah.
But how long do they usually do those freezes for?
Well, I don't know. Maybe they've not really attained their level this time around. If there's sometime, it doesn't take more than 5 days. But I'm sure maybe their target didn't hit as they wanted. Possibly
the price
maybe
points
yeah, because the last time that match, they took this team to 690 push. And maybe they want to have more play up to maybe 1,000. That's what I'm just they literally those guys are just stuck onto it there. So but you shouldn't, maybe I'm just checking, maybe within this week should help, since they make it available now for people to withdraw.
Okay. So what happens if you can't withdraw? Can you trade it with Bitcoin?
That is the politics I've been in there.
Okay.
I said BTC, EDC.
So I mean, like, if they are freezing that you can't withdraw, of course, I will enter Bitcoin now. And when the thing reach up,
you don't know that I helped one of my guys to put 1 BTC to EDC. When that thing started, in 5 days he did 4.91 BTC using the wallet. So now the BTC is resting there, and what exactly is the BTC doing there? It's not as if, okay, let me go and withdraw the money and eat it. No, you are waiting. Anytime the wallet is open, the EDC price will come down very well. So you will now use that BTC and comb enough EDC, and now go to his and go and list
and list it again.
Yes.
Correct matter. Now I get it now.
Yeah.
I get it now.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, any day that I have enough volume on EDC, I will let you know.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not, in fact, I just saw that they were doing Magumago, and I saw people on the forum talking about not being able to do that. Just like, at this one, I just has held our money, maybe they no go collect this small change. Really make. Then I lost that one straight guy, put the team for EDC. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Yeah, cheers. Matthias, you want to say something?
Okay.
Matthias?
Yes, bro, how are you?
I'm good. And how's Tanzania today?
Tanzania, we are doing great. Thanks for the presentation.
Oh, good. That's fine.
Yeah, I have like 2 questions to ask you.
Go ahead.
I'm getting problems on depositing on Teller.
Oh, okay.
So how much should I deposit? And of which currency? Should I use the Bitcoin? Because what I can see for you guys in Nigeria, you're using your currency. So that's why I asked, what about your country, Tanzania? What kind of currency should we use?
Okay, you just make use of Ethereum.
Ethereum?
Yeah, make use of Ethereum.
Okay. Of how much?
No. Ethereum, I think Ethereum with as low as as a $20, $40, $30, you are good.
Okay.
Yeah, we tell just like you can create a benchmark to maybe $40, you know, and so with $40 you're fine.
So what is the minimum amount or any amount?
And that's what I'm saying. I say even as low as $20 or $30 or you know, that you can just minimum of $30 will be fine to be able to buy enough credit.
Okay. So I will convert my
Then once you buy the credit, or once you buy credit with Ethereum, then you go to exchange and buy. Look at it. Once you buy credit with Ethereum, are you see my screen? Can you see my?
I can see.
Fantastic.
Yes,
so,
yes, I can see.
Okay, so once you credit, once you come into the come here, user control, and go to wallets. Then go to my wallet. Okay, and go to ETH. Okay. Okay, ETA. Look at it here. Then there you go. Okay. So you deposit. Okay. Okay, you'll look at Ethereum wallet. Okay. You deposit Ethereum. So once it's been deposited and it's confirmed, then you come to exchange. So here you can now see when you go to exchange, so you're going to see different options here under here. So you can see BTC, Ethereum, South African rands, NGNG, USDT. So of course you know that it's Ethereum you deposited, okay? And so you now go credit, okay? Then there you go to buy it. So whatever Ethereum you have deposited, let's say you've deposited 0.1 Ethereum, then just use an instance. What of 0.1 Ethereum you have deposited 0.1, and so 0.1 Ethereum is going to buy about 1.4 million credit right now with the prevailing price. And so there you go, then you buy.
Okay, and what is the difference between mini POS and the POS?
Yeah, what call it?
The mini POS and the POS. What is the difference?
Yeah, this mini POS just like a mobile. They are mobile mobile enabled proof of stake. You know, and so it's just their own created platforms of proof of stake. Just like when you say proof of stake velocity, and so making use of mobile device and then enable smartphone enablement for confirmation of transactions. So it's still the same POS, it's still the POS, still proof of stake, you know, that they are doing, and so on consensus node, and so it's still the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, why many of us get very crazy about it now? It's just like, okay, it's still very, very cheap. I was telling somebody I can use this thing as a very project to domesticate cryptocurrency. And so in everywhere we're going and while we are doing all activities, anybody can get involved. So when I meet people complain, I don't have much money, that's why I don't get involved in cryptocurrency, I say it's a lie. It's not possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So the minimum amount to lease, or you can lease any amount?
You can lease any amount. I just cut it to be so that, when something's coming to, 100% of zero is zero, And so if this thing is extremely very cheap, and so with $10, $20, somebody can get started, or maybe with $30, and somebody wants to say, okay, what if I can look for $5? And that's so funny of the person, not be serious about the whole thing. So, but at least as low as, I just cut it to be as low as $30 for me. In Nigeria, I cut it to be as low as 10,000 naira. A lot of people can do even with 1,000 naira, they can do But for me, it's like the person is sorry if I'm permitted to use the language, silly, like saying 1,000 naira and all of that. So
Okay. And the
yeah,
and the why bitforex.com? Why?
Bitforex.com is an exchange. I trade it right from day one on Bitforex for a long time.
Or because there is a credit there?
No, Bitforex is an exchange that have been trading different cryptocurrency there, and then credit is listed on Bitforex. Credit is a personally sponsored project, before it was even listed, and so it was not a kind of ICO and all of that. So I trade on, no matter what I'm doing on any project, I always like taking advantage of using them, to increase my own portfolios in crypto. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
If not, you can do buy and selling here, but of course you can't have much volume here like Bitforex.
okay.
Yeah. So
Okay, fine. I went to bank last week
okay.
and I asked them about the IBAN. So I didn't get you properly when you were talking about the IBAN. They said if for IBAN is used only for Europe nations. They have IBAN, but
it's an international bank account now, and for you guys that your currency is not enabled, you don't need that.
So what should we put there?
You don't feel anything in the bank. Just forget about it. Just do your KYC and forget about the currency portion.
Okay, so I should not create an account.
Yeah, there's no point. There's no point. That one is just for the local currency.
Okay. So for me, it's just to buy the Ethereum, to deposit the Ethereum, to use the Ethereum to pay the credit. That's all.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's all that. So do verify your account. Just do your KYC, and that's all.
Now, thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, cheers, Alas.
Thank you so much. Oh, the last question.
All right, just
on the EDC.
yeah.
Last week I had some problems, very technical problems on the IDAX.
Yeah, IDAX. Everybody. You can hear my brother. My brother too. Is talked on. I have.
Yeah, I have almost 100K stock in EDC on IDAX right now.
Almost like 3,500 US dollars stacking there.
Yeah, I have a lot of people in Nigeria too. A lot of people having stock in IDAX. I have a lot of crazy money in IDAX because I've first moved over 350,000 EDC out of it on the 21st and 22nd. Even on the 24th, I still did transaction, and then just to the last batch and moving the money and bought enough to like what's here. When somebody was telling me, I said, no, I still move money out of it, IDAX, and well, I don't know. We were just watching the cinema. We don't know what's going to happen.
You think these guys can't go away?
Well, no one can be certain on anything, because if
they have closed the Telegram account.
They said the Telegram account was just full of posting of nonsense and all of that. So, but I don't know. And but the website is still on, and I don't know.
Hello, sir. Please, I'm sorry to cut you short. Please, I need to throw more light on Binance. I'm just confused after I saw you did the QR barcode scanning. I don't understand. Maybe I got it wrong. I know I did an airdrop, but someone now said if we take the wallet on Trust, Binance wallet on Trust wallet or so. I don't know, the Binance address on Trust wallet that it's okay, it's a decentralized wallet that it's okay. I don't know. I'm just confused now. The Binance DEX, I don't know. what is it about? Is it not also a decentralized wallet? Or I don't get it, please.
Binance Des is not that is their own blockchain, and that's a decentralized blockchain. That's not built on Ethereum. And so what we were asked to put to on airdrop was just to enable the wallet and all that. Maybe we'll have to do it another time because you have missed out of the airdrop already. You know that?
No, but I took the one on the Binance address on the Trust wallet now, Abi.
Or can you find the airdrop because it has been distributed? You get it?
I just checked my Trust wallet and I've not gotten it, but it's not only me now. They say Pop Silver said he has not gotten it too now.
So we have to use another day. We have to use another day. That.
No, I wanted to be sure that I understood it properly, like what Binance Dex. Okay, let me not even get the website so I can know properly. Binance Dex, does it do the work of Trust Wallet too?
I hope you know that Trust Wallet has been bought up by Binance already.
Oh, I'm not aware, sir.
Binance is working on so many projects and lab projects, and then on wallet system and so many things. So there are fantastic projects. You can even put now, Binance will buy you up. So Binance is buying up many projects. So Trust Wallet is, if you don't know, you can just click, you can read more about it. Binance is actually, the major owner, of.
Then it's no longer decentralized. Is it what you're explaining?
What are you talking about? What do you mean by decentralized? A decentralized is a wallet that have a cool system where you have absolute right, private, key and all of that. So that somebody owns a wallet.
Okay.
EDC is a decentralized wallet that has been launched by somebody. So that is anything you are doing there, you are absolutely responsible. So nobody have access to what you are doing, and cannot take look out to your stuff. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so sir, can you tell me the name of the website again? Is it Binance Dex?
Binance.org. Binance.org. .org.
Hello, sir.
Binance, look at it up here. Binance.org. That is what will take you to Binance Desk.
Binance.org.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
It's the Binance.org that is built on their own decentralized blockchain. While Binance.com is built on Ethereum project.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so I think we've tried enough today, and
one more question.
Okay, Matthias?
One more question.
What about this? Sorry. What about this T-cutting?
No. Somebody's asking a question.
This is
Huh? Joshua, maybe you make a type of what you're typing. I think your network is not favorable there. The reception is.
Not me. That's one thing.
No, there's something you mentioned.
Please, can you just type it? Just type your operation because the network is not on your side. Yeah, somebody was asking, Setika Tiwari, what happened?
How can I get this because I've not been able to, I've not been able to sit since all this week. How can I get in touch with that? How can I get it?
Tika Tiwari, no, it's straightforward. We've said Tika Tiwari is either the person go to subscribe for the Palm Beach confidential, $5,000, or you can pay $500. Then you are given the names of those coins. We've given 2 of the coins already since, and so we said Link Coin and TNT, and it's free. And so, but other ones for anybody to get it, you have to pay $500 to have it.
All right, all right, all right. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Our community is fast growing. That we'll have doctors in the house, and very soon we'll start patronizing each other. At least if Dax has been
This
seizing
guy.
some money, when they have a heart attack, doctor will come up. So
This
don't
guy,
agree.
mind yourself.
Okay, Salima, somebody Salima. Okay, you can ask your question. You want to ask something?
Yes. Yeah, I want to ask a question about Yobit. There's something you mentioned I didn't hear it well about if you want to withdraw EDC,
Your reception
you
is bad.
have to use some techniques to get the money via BTC. You cannot get as EDC itself.
Your reception is bad. You can get it typed, and then I'll respond to you. Your reception is bad, so that you can go on talking and it will do.
Hello?
Yeah. Your reception is bad. I think you can just make a type and then we'll get responded to you. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, let me leave AY.com. I want to tell us one or two things. And for him, you don't have time for anybody. Anybody that want to do anything should do. You don't want to do, go and sleep, and all of that. But do you have anything for us? Of course.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Good evening, everyone. I think we had a good meeting. When I go back to Lagos this afternoon, I had to be up and doing. Then, you could see I joined the meeting late. I slept off and just woke up to remember there was a meeting. Anyway, for just two things I have to chip in, or three. Credit, yes, we have been told what credit is about, how to get it. The bottom line is get it, put it on mini POS, and let it keep bringing returns on, whether it says per hour or the same per day. So let it just be there. That was how this started, like play like joke, and then where we are today. So that is on that. Then on EDC, I can't stress that enough. I told those of us in the Port Harcourt meetup the essence or the reasons why we should get EDC, because going forward we may see some unbelievable things happening. Don't forget, the phenomenon is happening, it's coming, and then for the fact that this is going to affect the whole market, and now think about it. When the phenomenon happens, shitcoin equally moves. So what do you think will happen to coins that have real projects backing them? Then their prices will go to the moon. That's just it. Then on Tika Tiwari coins, funny enough, when I was boarding my plane from Port I was just going through each of the coins, and alas, I discovered one of them had moved to doing as much as Naira 17 sats. That particular coin, I bought it at 306 sats, and I saw it at Naira 17 sats. It was crazy, and that is what we're going to be seeing going forward. One of the guys that was on the project said on our group that he has done some scalping, by moving, sold some, and then bought again, to increase the volume. That is the essence of our scalping. You buy when You sell it when it's high and then buy it when it, of course, because it will always drop. Okay. But anyway, for now, we don't know when the phenomenon is near. One may not try that, because if it does, it may refuse to come down to the level we sold it, or we sold it at. But then it's okay for us. It's just for us to take the project really really serious, and then if you are not on the on 5 coins to, well, it's no longer 5 coins anyway, it's now 7, because bonus 2 was given, and those bonus 2 have been doing some magic since November 19th, when it was given. All right, so whatever it takes, just ensure you are on the project, and then let all of us win together. Next year is going to be fantastic. Next year is going to be huge. Somebody posted something on the group before even Doctor sent it to me the other day about Bitcoin halving. If you have not read that, please ensure you read it. Mr. Simplicity said some people are waiting for Mr. Felix to tell them to go and read before they read it, or before they go and read it. Please take your time, go and read it. Then you'll be able to understand what the phenomenon is even going to be like. Because if Bitcoin should do what it did in 2017 during this phenomenon, then the price we are going to be seeing one Bitcoin is going to be scary. When that happens, all the coins that we are holding is going to send their prices to crazy all-time highs. And I think that was what Tika Tiwari, was talking about, why he was shouting about the phenomenon. So we are, ahead of time, we've been able to hear about we have information. The most important thing is for us to turn around that information to our own benefit. So for me, tonight, that's all I will have to say. Let's take all our projects very seriously. EDC, don't joke. Look for credit on Terra. Make sure you accumulate as much as you can, and then put it on mini POS. Let it continue generating as much as we can. 5 coins to 5 million, or 7 coins to 5 or whatever million. Make sure you are just on the project. Minimum purchase in all of those platforms, those coins is just $200 minimum. $200 across, or $200 to $400 across for lower investors. Higher investors, 500 to 1,000 max, and then you are good to go. Okay? It's not that we should go. Tika is not saying go and borrow money from bank to put it. No, that's too useful. If somebody can put in $300 in Ethereum in 2016 and got 680,000 in 2017, I think it's a worthwhile, venture. Or someone that bought Leo at 12 cents and sold it at $160, I think it is equally a good venture. There is no traditional business I know that can do that. Okay. To our EDC community in Tanzania, you guys are doing a good job. We hope to see you soon. Let's see what we can do together and win even more. Before Dr. Damian and my mommy in the UK will drag us to, going, to their own community as well. Thank you very much for everyone that attended. Let's keep, like someone said, the community is growing. Yeah, the community is going to grow very, very, bigger, because we are giving out the right information, and it's almost free. It is not so. So I know someone that charges 10,000 naira for you to even access a Zoom meeting, and I tell you what you're going to get is nothing compared to what is being given out here, for free. So let's make use of the opportunity that we have, and then at the end of it all, we all win together. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. And that's a fantastic one there. And just hope so we can have a nice rest now. And yeah, so for me, I don't sleep, and so so let me not use my own to, okay, somebody say he has a contribution. Okay, Wega,
Good evening, sir.
you are blessed, sir.
Yes, sir. I just want to talk on MBK, sir.
Okay, sir.
Sir, I know MBK is a good project.
Yes, sir.
Some of the information we've had.
Yes, sir.
And I just want to bring up this thing so that I think MBK can always improve from time to time. Quite all right, we have been receiving updates from them and all that. Is there any way we can talk to some of the leaders, maybe the African leader, to at least talk to the team of MBK to promote MBK in a more better way than the way it is now? Because as a matter of fact, a global Telegram group, I think there should be improvements on the group. The two admins that are there are not functional. That's one. And that has given room for so many rubbish discussion on the Telegram group. And that alone is making people feel as if it's a local something. Probably a Nigerian just brought up an idea and let us put something together and fake people that we are into something. You understand? So that is bringing some bad impression about the project. I think the marketing strategy of MBK is not improved. Even fake projects. I'm saying these fake projects have, on their, if you go to their Telegram group, you will see different people from the different part of the world. That's one. Then you will see functional admins. At least they will have 2 to 3 functional admins that will be 100% ready to attend to any questions. And such admin will not allow for any trash. They won't allow any trash in the group by like somebody posting or spamming the group and all that. Such person will be banned and so many things. Some of these are the things that people were looking for. People, in fact, presently, there are some guys I talked to about the project. In fact, I was added to a group where all these crypto gurus are. They started questioning me, and I was trying to defend the project, kind of. But for some of them, I haven't done 1 or 2 findings about the project. Getting to this Telegram group, they got discouraged about the project. Firstly, about 90% of the people there are Nigerians. That's one. The admin there is not functional. Whenever a question is asked, it takes longer before somebody will attend to it. And even if someone is attending, it will be an ordinary member like every one of us. Me, I don't know, but the only thing I just feel this is how things, that's not the concrete answer. So if there's any way we can talk to that African leader, I think he has link to the people, to the team of MBK. They can improve on that Telegram group and let us see what will come out. I know how many people I will have got from that Telegram. If these people have been working on the Telegram group alone. So that's just my contribution. At least let them not make it a local thing. Let them make it an international thing, and there should be functional admin that will be ready to attend to so many questions from the group. And some Nigerians have made it a trash now, using that medium to scam some innocent people. They will say MBK token USD is available, whereas they don't have. Somebody will now go and private chat this just because such person wants an AWUF rate, pay to that person, and the person will just run away with the money. So we need to cop some things at least to project good image about MBK. That's just my contribution, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me put something. Let me put something straight. You see that group, NBK number one. Just like somebody asked on our community the other time about NBK, and I told him I bought my packages. I have folded my hands and my leg. I'm watching the game. Now, the group chat you were saying, MBK has so many group chats. All right, number one. Number two, MBK, the guys, I followed them closely right from the one since August when the team started. Though the admin you see there is not, that is not just like a group that they created for marketing per se. All right, and sometimes like in communication for them, they are not even involved in marketing. I remember when I have to chat a long chat with one of the major guys that time was like, Felix, if you are not comfortable, stay one side and watch us to the moon. That's what he told me. Stay one side and watch us to the moon. And he said, NBK is not an investment, and we are creating something that many people will not understand until we are done. So if you're not comfortable, you can stay aside because of course, I want to ask so many questions and all of that. And thirdly, some people, right from even now, before now you were talking, some group I've seen somebody who was like a baby. He did 53 naira, what do they call it? And they asked question and .com responded, he was insulting me. Why? Say, are you at me? What it was like I was just laughing. I said, I ordinarily I might not even be on a group and then silently doing the project. Then another thing I will advise you is this. Some of those people you are like inviting, honestly, if I tell you about NBK, I love you. Seriously. Anybody you tell about any project, and it's as if he want to be convinced. Don't convince anybody. Don't try it. Share it. Whoever heads that enter, he enter. Anybody else that did not enter, let him go and sleep. I'm telling you honestly speaking, because if you try to convince anybody, and maybe if the project is a scam, and it end up being a scam, for instance, it's going to hit your head on the wall. Tell you that you were the one that convinced me. You don't need to speak to babies. I always tell people cryptocurrency generally is not even an investment, it's an opportunity that one invest into. And so there is nothing, in fact, going forward, I think in most chat, I was chatting with one of the major guy that time. The time to respond to me now is difficult. Why? Because they are working on so many projects. So for me, what I tell everybody, of course, you know, when in our community, when anybody asks about NBK, I say, for me, there's nothing you are going to ask me about NBK that I don't have any answer. My own is that I've bought my token, I've crossed my hands. And that was exactly that make a lot of people miss out of EDC that time. When many people, I think it was Mr. Simplicity that was always posting updates. So nobody was reading it. And somebody was asking him, said, hey, why Mr. Felix no talk about this EDC? And then somebody asked me, say, sir, I've not heard you talk about this EDC. I say, is there anything called EDC? He said, yes, that thing that Mr. Simplicity is posting. Can you explain detail? I say, detail? Me? How? I don't even know it. And then the next person to ask me, I say, for me, I don't even remember that EDC is my investment. I have bought enough and I'm adding more every time. And so if you wish, you buy more. And I remember 2-3 friends that I told, and because I couldn't, what they were looking for was this, number one, explain in detail that percentage they are paying me. What is the translation in dollar and naira? Number one. And I couldn't give any answer because, okay, EDC that somebody invested at 180,000. After the presentation, somebody could now do it at 50,000. Of course, if I've convinced anybody, as if very, educated illiterate, those ones that think they know so much, is going to come and accuse me that Felix, you will have allowed me to wait for the price to come down. And that was the explanation many people always want to get. So for need block, they are not going for any major marketing as the people behind the project. They are not going behind any major, maybe marketing strategy and all of that. Their own is are working on the project. When they will finalize whatever the project and all of that, they launch to the market, and all of this. So anyone who is coming to it and he wants you to convince him or even want to join a group and all of that, if the one you have given to him is not satisfied, tell him to do more personal research rather than maybe you want the person to come to the group and maybe want to hear some. Sorry, I'm not a motivational speaker, and because I've seen it that most people want to hear some motivational talk, eventually don't have anything big to offer. You talk 1 million talk and somebody is bringing 50,000 naira. It's not commensurate. And so, to be very candid with you, you are not going to get much activities from those guys because many times when we chat, it's like, okay, we are trying to feature this, we're trying to adopt this, we're trying to adopt this, and all of that. So don't market it per se. Just share. Anyone who wants to buy into it, let him buy into it. Anyone who don't want to buy into it, like for me, for that group, anyway, I don't even have too much time to even go through whatever things that's happening there and all of that. And so that for me, that's for my own, reservation. We're bought into it. Let's cross our fingers and then watch and see the made in China. And so at that time, but I like giving reports than to give forecast. Because when I give report about EDC and how from 1 BTC in 5 days and somebody do 4.91 BTC, it makes sense. But if I'm doing forecasting, it's going to make the person, it's more of too much marketing. So, and of course, people that don't have the inner eye will always miss out of a phenomenon until it happens. They will not be part of it. All right? Wega.
Yes, sir.
So don't market anybody so much. Just share with anybody you want to share with. They want to buy into it, let them buy into it. They don't want to buy into it. That's my own. Let them buy. If they don't want to buy, let them get out. And as simple as possible. Anyone who is going to press you to, I don't like the way this person talk. I know that person doesn't even have. For me, I don't know. Maybe .com have something to say concerning that. Okay.
Yeah, I actually raised my hand. Anyway, concerning MBK, just like you said, they have many Telegram groups, and how they did that was from whatever country you are joining from, your IP address takes you to the right Telegram group, and that is why you are looking at that as an African thing and all that, because that our own Telegram group is expected to be spearheaded by the African leader. And then the Zoom calls, everything is supposed to be done, by each of these country leaders. That's just the thing. If someone is telling you the marketing or whatever, how many of them knew when Talkcoin was marketed? How many of them knew when it was listed? If they knew, nobody would be talking about, what MBK is doing today. And the truth of the matter is, there's no point wasting your time flogging the dead dogs. Whoever wants to be part of it, let them be part of it. Whoever doesn't want to be part of it, let them stay away. It's very simple. I have people close to me I spoke to them about this same project. As far back as August, before they even came out for like 2 months, we were hearing the project is coming, the project is coming. Yes. And when they came, I spoke to a couple of guys, and they said, see, today they did not. And that is fine. That's okay. There's no hard feelings about it. Anybody that sees the project, yes, fine. Anybody that does not see it, leave them. Let them be. It's not everybody that will do what you are doing. It's not everybody that will see what you are saying. It's not everybody. Some people call Bitcoin itself scam, and then today they are looking for satoshis when they will have forward, as many as possible there. All right. So it is nothing. No hard feelings. Just do your bit, move. I mean, we were able to speak to the COO yesterday, and he told us, guys, don't worry. I told him, okay, come. There are some people that he said, maybe I can't, let me see if I can read. I can't read. My network is kind of fluctuating. He said, hey, well, you know what? Many people will complain, but it's not the success of the project is much more than people complaining from you. Okay, it's not for them to put everything in perspective. These guys are in about over 7 or 8 Telegram groups, attending to, because these are the faces of the project, and as such, they have to make it, some people that withdrew, a lady we spoke to yesterday, withdrew 500 MBK token to IAM token, and she got the confirmation yesterday. But I asked the guy, come, when is it? He said by tomorrow. It's going to that everybody that have been done will see tomorrow. It's not like when we are withdrawing our incentives that is being paid on Mondays. So it's just a question of all of us staying calm. Let's see where they are going. Of course, we bought. We've accumulated tokens, we have accumulated. Anybody that does not want to accumulate, just keep his money in his big blockchain or in his bank. Then when the result comes, then he come back. Like one guy was asking me today, Tika Chiwari's coin. I was like, he was at the Zoom meeting, but the guy was hyping. And I gave him facts and figures. This is what it is. And the guy was like, wow. I never looked at it in that way. He now told me, okay, you know what, I am giving you 5 million to run. I said, no, I don't need your 5 million. I'll give you the coins, you pay your fee, give you the coins, guide you on where to buy, where to keep them, then you are good to go. Okay? And with that, I was able to market him for share EDC project with him as well. And it's all, good to go with all of them. All right? But that's just the thing. Whoever wants to listen to them, whoever doesn't want to listen, just don't waste your time. Don't burn your credit. That money you want to use and call, just give it to madam, go and cook better soup, and then you're fine.
So hello, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have another question. The forest stuff. Do I need to be verified in BitForest to be able to move out some fund?
On BitForest, I don't think so. Although I know my account is verified, but I don't think so. Even before my account was verified, I think I was doing funding. I think they just have just like Binance of a minimum of, if you have not been verified, of how much you can move. But I don't think it's mandatory for you to what's it called? You to.
But account must have an authenticator, right?
Yeah, I think so. My account is, although maybe why I may not know all of those things, that anytime any platform I open, authenticator is the next thing to be done. But I don't think those constraints are so much there like that. I don't think so. Okay, I don't think so. I don't think they're like that.
All right, thank you, sir.
Right. Okay, Matthias, something is hitting you. What is hitting you? Hello, Matthias.
Yes. I've got a question on the native block.
Okay.
There's this an announcement of like 4 days as past date. There is this an announcement from the platform that's 30 days from the announcement. It means that it's like we have remained like 26 or 27 days. That's the members or the subscribers cannot do the internal purchase of the token. But the question is, they've said that the purchase of the tokens will be stopped to reduce the supply of the coins. My question is, if the purchase of the tokens will be stopped, what about the subscription? Because it will be stopped for those people who don't want to subscribe the education package, and there will be for those who will subscribe for the education package, you will still benefit the tokens, or it will be stopped for both internal and for subscribers.
No, I think entirely the I think
Hello, Felix.
I think can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, I think entirely once the subscription for the token is closed, even when you do subscription of for academy and incentive and all of that, that may be there. But once token is stopped, you cannot get token unless maybe the person go into the portal for token request. Once they stop it, even if you subscribe,
Come again. There was a scratch.
Once the token is being stopped, even when you do subscription, you will not have token incentive because the token incentive is not added again. You get it now?
Oh.
Yeah.
So it means it's yes. So it means that people should learn for it right now.
Yeah, sometimes this is a natural thing. When thing is not certain yet, everybody will be afraid and panicking, and so few people will be greedy while others are afraid, and until when everything start happening big, everybody start rushing here and there, and of course, I know that time is when people, I will have bought some, I will have just summon courage and just buy more and all of that. And so, of course, it's going to be stopped. The token cannot continue. Even when subscription continue, the token cannot continue.
Okay, thank you for that. Another question is, they stopped the withdraw. When will it be back? Because I want to feel it.
I'm sure after all those integrations and all that. But for now, I think it's only you can move it from one person to another for now. But I'm sure after the whole once the token is available and is being on exchange where people can move their token and convert on Bitcoin, then I'm sure the gateway for withdrawal will be enabled or something. Because you can't deposit, you can't withdraw.
Okay. So what are you transferring? Are you transferring the number of tokens or the value of the tokens as peer-to-peer?
You can transfer everything. You can transfer anything peer-to-peer internally. You can transfer, your incentive, maybe just like how you do some frames, and you can transfer, let's say $53 for the person who is doing subscription, and you collect maybe whatever in lieu of that. If it's Bitcoin, if it's your local currency and all of that, and you collect and then send to the fellow, because he cannot deposit inside and you cannot withdraw. So you are using peer-to-peer internal transfer, to do that until when the gateway is opened.
Okay.
So then there's some people who are like have land. There's some people you can transfer token to, just like here now. You scroll down here. Are you seeing my screen?
Yes.
Good. So just like if I come here now, this is a token wallet. And so if I send my token wallet to you, you can transfer token to me. And there's some funny people say they sell their token. Me, I have to wait to see what's going to happen when the coin is being launched on the exchange platform, and then I know that okay, I'm converting my token to whatever it worth in the open market.
Okay. So my question is, Felix.
Yeah.
For instance, scroll down your presentation. For instance, now you have no, go up. For instance, now you have 66,220 NBK worth of 331 $100 US. What are you selling? Are you selling the value or are you selling the number of tokens? That's my question. For instance, right now, maybe I need tokens of 100,000 US. So are you going to sell for me the value, or are you going to sell me the numbers of the available tokens you have?
No. The token is not meant for sale. Anyway, there are a group of people who said they are buying token. But for me, why will I go and buy token from another person when I can do subscription for now and have enough tokens? And so anyone who is buying tokens now, that means the person does not even know what the system is all about. So, I don't sell tokens, and I don't tell people to buy. Pardon?
I don't get you. You are stacking. Your voice is stacking.
No, I said I'm not selling token, and so you can only say maybe you are doing peer-to-peer on your dollar, all right? And you're doing peer-to-peer on dollar, but I'm not selling token. So, but if anybody says he's buying or selling token now, of course, if he's selling token to you, if you are buying one token, that means you're buying at the prevailing rate it is now, like $5 per one token. So if you send $500 to somebody, so $500 divided by 5, that means you are buying 500 tokens. That's what it means. So, and I said, why on earth will you buy token from somebody at the rate of $5 per one, where you can subscribe and have more than the volume of token you want to buy, with money? So why don't I subscribe?
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's your advice? Should we take the token to Ethereum wallet?
Yeah, let's observe those sub-volume we make withdrawal. The Ethereum the wallet is actually ERC20 token, and that's why we tell everybody to open their IM token. So let's watch and observe what happened for some we make withdrawals. So people have gotten theirs. So I'm waiting till tomorrow to see the one I've withdrawn. If it dropped to my IM token, then we now know what next step to take.
Okay, fine. So let's wait for tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday has written you a question, private question. He's waiting for the answer.
Okay, no problem. Yeah. Okay, I think we have tried tonight, and that was a big interaction tonight. So everybody, let us give ourselves to go and take a very nice rest and do have a nice sleep. To wake up tomorrow, and we're already in December, and then next year is going to be great. And so let's see how we beat out ourselves to make more money. Have a nice time, everybody. Good night.